personalized service and flexible terms, we have the right mortgage for you. Visit us today and let's make your homeownership dreams a reality. Hearthside Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the Farragut Football Pregame Show on West 105 and online at both WFIV.com and the Admiral video stream on 105.3 WFIV's YouTube channel as the Admirals head some 6 miles up Kingston Pike to take on their longtime rivals, the Bearden Bulldogs. Both teams in search of their first win and an all-important region win at that. Bearden is 0-2 in the region after last Friday's loss at Hardin Valley, 24-7. Farragut likewise is 0-2 in region play following a 42-17 loss at Maryville a week ago. I'm pleased to be joined at this time by Farragut head coach Jeff Courtney. And, Coach, after you had a chance to go back, look at the film of last Friday's matchup at Maryville, what were your takeaways, both good and bad?
Yeah, just not a very good start to the game. Of course, obviously, they had a lot to do with that. They're a good football team, and by the time we get the ball for the third possession, we're already down 21-0. So the first of the game was not played very well on our part. But we made some plays throughout the game. I thought our kids kept battling. We put a couple of scores on the board there, did well to get 10 points there in the second quarter and finished a couple of drives there right before half to get a touchdown score. And then obviously the last drive right before halftime to kind of work a 2-minute drill and get in position to kick a field goal, which we're very confident in Ryan's ability to place kick. And so those were good things that we saw. And then just like I said, we just kept battling. And then just over the weekend, just the resilience of our kids, they bounced back and then they were ready to go on Sunday and get ready for this week.
You mentioned the early deficit. Farragut down 21-0 after the first quarter. The Admirals have been plagued by slow starts this season. What do you think it's going to take in your mind, Coach, for the Admirals to be a stronger starting team?
Just our focus, just our mentality as we start the game. We play good people. We played some really good teams, and, especially with Maryville, that's always part of their MO because they give you so many things that are kind of unique or new that you've not really seen before. They really try to get a score or 2 scores up on you early in the game. They've always been that way. But with us, we just got to play better. Special teams has to make a big impact early in the game. Offensively, we got to sustain drives. You mentioned we got better on third down. We ended up having, I think, 8 conversions on third down, but we started out the game 0-3. Or 0 for 3, I should say, on third down. So weren't sustaining drives, and then defensively weren't getting stops. Too many big plays given up last week that kind of led to our demise. But we expect that we can become a team, that's going to start strong, that's going to play complementary football, and hopefully give ourselves a chance to win these tough region ball games that we have coming ahead.
What have you seen from your junior quarterback, Corbin Hobson, these last couple of weeks, Coach, and what's been your approach with him?
Yeah, I think one thing is just his patience has grown. I think you can see that things are slowing down for him. Of course, we played some really good defenses, but I think he's gotten more comfortable with the guys around him, he and the receivers, because it is a new group. I had to get on the same page, on the same time, and the same rhythm. And so I think you're starting to see that a little bit. And so we're hoping that, the next several games here as we go into the meat of our region schedule, that continues to grow and improve and become a real asset because we're going to need him and his play to order to have the season that we want to have.
Offensively, where do you feel Farragut ought to be productive tonight? And in studying this Bearden defense, where do you feel their strengths lie?
Well, they're very multiple. They do a good job of giving you a couple of different looks. And I think they run to the ball very well. They've got some athletes in space. Their linebackers, I think, are really good. So we got to be able to run the football, stay efficient, first down, be able to throw the ball and complete at a higher percentage. And then I think when we get it in space, we got to make bigger plays. We can't let the first guy bring us down or we got to make guys miss. It's kind of part of what we've been missing as far as an offense. We played some really good teams, but we've gotten guys open and we've completed passes and we've gotten ball carriers out in the open field with their one-on-one matchup, and we've just not made enough of those big plays happen where we make our one guy miss. So those things we got to do. We got to be efficient. We got to win first down. We got to convert. We got to sustain drives and finish in the red zone.
Defensively, I think you might tonight, for the first time this season, have all of your projected starters available. What do you need to see from that group, Coach, both in keeping Bearden under wraps, but also by your own standards, regardless of opponent, making strides as a collective unit?
Yeah, I want to see us be able to get lined up. They don't give you a whole lot of formations and a whole lot of shifts and things like a Maryville does. So I want to see us get lined up and more than anything, just pursue and run to the football and play, defensive football like it should be, where we're seeking the ball and we're making plays on the ball and we're rallying to the ball carrier. You know, we ought to look like a defense that's flying around. That's what I want to see tonight. You know, this is a team, you know, like we said, they got a similar record as us. You know, they struggled a little bit to score points offensively. Just looking at the breakdown, they've thrown it 3 times as many times as they've run the ball this year in their 5 games. And so, you know, we got to be good in our pass rush. We got to be good in our coverage. We got to contain the quarterback. But more than anything, we just got to rally and pursue the ball with relentless effort. And those things I think we expect to do this week and moving forward.
Special teams-wise, it's been, I suppose, a bit of a mixed bag thus far in 2025. The Farragut specialists have been pretty solid. The Admirals have had a few nice kickoff returns, but also given up some big returns. Been so many pivotal plays and clutch moments in the Farragut-Bearden rivalry over the years involving special teams. How do you view that aspect of tonight's game and the opportunities Farragut might have or could create with special teams?
Yeah, you know, we got to win those critical plays, as you mentioned. The return game is big, the change of field position. Our coverage units have to be special. You know, we've got to improve there. Julian is back. You know, he missed a couple of games with an ankle injury, and now he's back, so he's going to take some of the workload off of Ryan in the punting game. And, you know, he has the ability to directional kick well from the punt position, so we've got to use that to our advantage and limit their punt return opportunities. Special teams has got to be big for us. You know, we've got to use special teams to build momentum, to create explosive plays, to win the field position battle. All those types of things are going to help our offense and defense out.
So it's Farragut and Bearden, a huge region game, always a huge rivalry game. From you and your staff, is there more said, less said to the players this week as far as where their energy and their attention should be focused?
Yeah, you know, we put our energy and focus on it being our next region ball game. But I will say, you know, we did spend a time, part of Sunday and then part of our Wednesday morning meeting, just giving the kids some historical context of the rivalry, because I think in this generation, some of that is lost. You know, these kids don't really know what happened, you know, 5, 6, 10 years ago or even before that. So it's a big rivalry game for the two communities. There's a lot of excitement around the school buildings and the campus during this week. And so just trying to give them some context that, hey, that's all for the fans. That's all for the people that come to the game to support Farragut football. You know, we got a job to do on the field, and we've got to treat this just like any other region game that we're getting ready for that has playoff implications. So, you know, we know how important it is. We got a lot of supporters that out there that want to see us beat Bearden anything we play, especially in football. So we're looking forward to a big game tonight. We're looking forward to a big crowd on hand over there. We know our people are going to show up, and we're just excited for the opportunity.
Always fun between Farragut and Bearden. Coach, thank you, and I wish the Admirals the very best tonight.
Thanks, Eric, and go Admirals.
That's Farragut head coach Jeff Courtney sharing his thoughts in advance of tonight's Region 2 6A matchup at Bearden. Coming up, we'll have the coin toss and opening kickoff. It's a Farragut football Friday night presented by Precision Garage Door Service on West 105 and online at both WFIV.com and on 105.3 WFIV's YouTube channel, a direct link available on FarragutFootball.com.
Life doesn't run on bank hours. That's why Citizens Bank offers checking accounts with tools you can use anytime, like mobile deposit, debit card control.
I'm actually using my phone tonight. I don't know how necessary it is to reset. I've got 5G 3 bars, but I think maybe I will disconnect and connect back to the station here real quickly, Dusty.
Explore your options at citizensbank24.com.
Cool. Seriously? Come on. Should have never disconnected. I mean, you think you're doing something smart by disconnecting and reconnecting and now I can't get back to the station. God, you got to be kidding me.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the Bearden High School marching band exits the field, and the team captains for both teams in the midfield, we would like to recognize a very special member of the Bearden Bulldog family in attendance tonight, Bill Young, for whom the field is named after. Thank you, Bill Young, for all you do for Bearden High School football.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got some technical difficulties connecting back to the station, but if you're watching live on Farragut Football webpage and our video stream, we're live here at Bearden High School as here come the Admirals out onto the field as Eric is feverishly working away on getting us connected back on 105.3 WFIV. Tyler and Brett here with you in the bleachers. A beautiful night we got for football.
Yep.
The game captain's coming out for both teams, and it looks like the Bulldogs are going to be represented by number 4, Grant Cross, Sr., number 9, Seth Henry, Sr., and then number 85, Will Taylor, Sr., while the Admirals send out Owen Petoskey out. I believe I saw number 5, Abram Shelton. Trying to see other numbers there. I think Corbin Hobson is out there as well, and then I believe also 73, Connor Frinkowitz.
Yep, right.
Oh, thank you. As the toss is in the air, Admirals will be calling the toss since they are the visiting program tonight. The Admirals in their white jerseys with the blue numbers and trim, with the blue pants, blue and silver stripes adorning the pants. Bearden in their all-black uniforms tonight, silver numbers outlined in white with the maroon helmets. Looks like the
Bearden wins the toss.
He keeps going back and forth between the two. I'm trying to figure out who's going to be doing what. Looks like Bearden has won the toss and is going to defer the choice to the second half, meaning Coach Courtney's Admirals are going to kick off get the ball to start the game. And we're about set now from action now. As I said, we're making a couple of adjustments on the run here now. So please stay with us if you're on 105.3. Going to be seeing, I'm thinking, Alonso Sanchez as the kickoff man for the Bulldogs. Field crew all getting set. Dusty said he is rebooting. He sees a network error. He's going to reboot again.
Farragut back deep to return.
Mr. Electric back deep for the Ads.
Love to get him a chance early here.
Seth Campbell is the place kicker, kicking off the ball for the Bulldogs. I apologize. Dusty said he has that same network error. He's rebooting again. Referee it's up now, Eric. As the referee is now putting the ball down as we are about ready for kickoff here, ladies and gentlemen. The Battle of West Knoxville is here. The Farragut band sitting to our right, standing now and playing to our right. The Bearden band to our left. We are just in a musical sandwich right this second, ladies and gentlemen. And off we go as the ball is up in the air. Farragut is going to let Apolategi take it at the 10, running to his left now to the 20, crossing the 25 to the 30, 35, 40. Apolategi crosses them into the midfield. He's brought down at the 50-yard line. First down for the Admirals, just short of the 50-yard line, where Corbin Hobson and the Admiral offense will take over to start the ball game. Admirals moving left to right for you, ladies and gentlemen, with 11:49 remaining in the first half. And here we go, set the ball at the, I'm going to call that the 50-yard line.
Yeah, I think we're right there.
Freshman running back Nathan Jacobs in the backfield behind Corbin Hobson. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Coming across the motion. Jacobs getting the ball, going off to his left shoulder. He's breaking free, ladies and gentlemen. He's to the 30, cuts it back to the inside, down to the 20, down to about the 17-yard line. Give Nathan Jacobs 33 yards. First carry out of the gates. Just a nice little off-tackle play, Brett.
Yeah, got the corner, broke a couple tackles, cut it back to the right. Really nice run by the freshman.
Admirals on the line quickly. Jacobs to the slot to the left, Hobson in an empty backfield.
5 wide.
Initial Hearthside Bank first down, and this will be a throw to Glover, right side, one-handed catch. He moves to the 10, sidesteps a man at the 4, and dives into the end zone. The Admirals in a couple of plays cover 50 yards. The last one goes, 18 yards, I do believe, on the little swing pass to Anderson Glover. And Glover, playing tonight in place of the injured Johnny Jacobs, gets the start and gets his first career touchdown.
You had 5 wide trips to the right, a little out route there to Glover. The sophomore looked like he may have trouble bringing it in, makes the catch, then cuts back, good blocking, and sets it up. Broke a tackle, touchdown Glover.
How about that, guys? We're talking about in the pregame the need for a fast start, and the Admirals get the nice kickoff return by Mason Apolategi. They get the big run by freshman Nathan Jacobs into the red zone, where they convert one play later on the 18-yard touchdown pass from Corbin Hobson to Anderson Glover. And just like that, with Ryan McHugh's extra point good, Farragut leads 7-0 with 11:13 to go in our opening quarter here at Bearden High School. Back in 1 minute with the kickoff as you listen to Farragut football on West 105.
You never think about your garage door until there's a little... Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Or even the occasional...
Now that can be good.
That's why the pros at Precision Garage Door Service are available same day with fully stocked trucks to fix it fast. So we can turn into...
Oh my, wow.
Precision Garage Door Service, the name you can trust.
This is Leanne for Valley Plumbing. We are a local family-owned plumbing company specializing in water heater repair and replacement, clogged drains, broken pipes, and most importantly, taking care of you, the customer. We service all of West Knoxville, Loudoun, Blount, and Anderson counties. We offer same-day service, and we want to be your first and your last call. Call us at 213-3360, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
Eric Gerhardt, Brett Clendon, Tyler Carr back with you here at Bearden High School. Tony Cox behind the camera if you're watching the Admiral video stream on 105.3 WFIV's YouTube channel. Dusty Street back in our WFIV studios. We appreciate you joining us. The Admirals have jumped on top 7-0 in this Battle of West Knoxville, and Ryan McHugh, no doubt charged up after the fast start by the Admirals, puts this one 9 yards deep in the end zone for a touchback. And so McHugh now 8 of 14 on the year, kickoffs resulting in touchbacks. So Farragut gets the kickoff return by Mason Apolategi out to midfield. Nathan Jacobs rips off 32 yards to the 18. The Admirals in the red zone convert. They're perfect this year in the red zone. Convert again one play later on the 18-yard little pass down the line to the slot receiver Anderson Glover. And Glover with his first career touchdown. And for Corbin, that was a touchdown pass number 5 of the season. So now here's Bearden from its 20-yard line as the Bulldogs will have at quarterback sophomore Aiden Thacker, 1 touchdown on the season. He's under pressure, throws it up, and nearly intercepted by a couple of Admirals. You just did get it over the leaping Noah Haig as he threw it to the Bearden sideline, and Farragut had good coverage behind Haig with Donovan Lloyd knocking it away from the intended receiver. Incomplete.
Yeah, we talked about that defense being healthy tonight. Kind of an interesting throwing motion there by the Bearden quarterback. Kind of a heave and into a lot of traffic there.
Let's just say he does not step into his throws. He tends to be sort of falling away and slings it. It's kind of got a slinging motion.
Yeah.
So Thacker takes the snap, will hand it off, and Farragut coming unblocked through the middle with Colt Brooker, and he meets Paxton Parrott in the hole, and no gain. In fact, it looks like a 1-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, wild man Connor Paris makes the tackle, bring the inside blitz with both backers. Loss of 1, 3rd and 11.
So 3rd down for the opposition. 23 of 49 against this Farragut defense, 47%. Bearden has struggled all year mightily on offense, averaging 5 points per game. Woo! So 3rd down and 11 here early from its 19-yard line. Trips left, single receiver right for Thacker, and he's going to throw right side, and Farragut is right there. Zane Qureshi-Smith driving on the receiver Ty Harris and lights him up after a couple-yard gain. And actually, I think they're going to say no gain, so it's 4th down and 11.
They called it incomplete.
Yeah,
incomplete.
He has a 5-yard hitch on 4th and 11. Qureshi-Smith, welcome back, pops him. I was wondering if it was a fumble or incompletion. They're going to call it incompletion, and Mr. Lightning Farragut back to return.
Standing on the 45-yard line just across midfield.
The punter for Bearden is Thomas Lopez.
Pretty
good-looking punt. Farhat from the 41-yard line, and he is whipped down immediately. Great coverage punt, good downfield coverage by the Bulldogs, and I believe it was the long snapper, Seth Henry, who got down and made the good tackle on Ethan Farhat. So Farragut goes back to work, leading 7-0 from its 41-yard line with 10-12 to go in our opening quarter, and kudos to the folks here at Bearden High School. Without a scoreboard, they did manage to get a portable board in here.
Yeah.
And so we do have an idea about the time on the first quarter clock, 10-12 to go.
That's the only thing we know. No timeouts or down a distance, but we'll be ready.
We can keep the rest of it.
Yeah.
Empty set for Hobson, fires down the line to Farhat, bounces off the first man and gets forward to the 48-yard line. That's going to be a 7-yard gain, thrown to the right side in front of the Bearden bench down below. And it's 2nd down and short for the Admirals.
I'm hoping Bearden is exactly what this Admiral team needs tonight. A quick screen to Farhat. Don't tackle him really well, and he gets 7.
Admirals moving left to right in this opening quarter. Things back to traditionally how we expect to see it here at Bearden, with Farragut being on the opposite sideline. The last couple of years, Bearden occupied that far sideline, but they're back in front of the home grandstand now. As the handoff to Jacobs, looking for a hole in the middle. Nice sidestep as he brings it right side. Now sidesteps another man, spins forward into Bearden territory down to the 42-yard line. And so the Admirals move from their 48 to the 42 for a Hearthside Bank first down, their 3rd of the night, on a 10-yard run, patient run by Nathan Jacobs with multiple cuts.
Yeah, run game hasn't been easy sledding this fall, but really good holes early, and Jacobs been patient trying to find them.
So the Admirals in Bearden territory, leading 7-0. Ball on the near side hash, pistol formation with Jacobs behind Hobson. Couple of receivers in the H-back to the left, single receiver right. They'll flare it out of the backfield, and Jacobs takes the pass, but is brought down by, I believe, Maynard. Devon Maynard across the way. We'll say a loss of 1.
Yeah, he almost got absolutely popped on this quick screen to the running back. Maynard was right there. He did a good job to spin out of it and get what he could.
So 2nd down and 11 after a 1-yard loss. Hobson 3 for 3 here early on. Jacobs 42 yards rushing on a couple of carries. Snap comes back from Zooks. Give to Jacobs. Huge hole in the middle. Down to the 35 and the 33. Right between the tackles. They pop an opening for Jacobs, and he sprints through for a 10-yard gain. It's 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, I don't love the spot, but the push by the offensive line has been fantastic early, Tyler.
Oh, great job by this offensive line opening it up, and I think Jacobs is averaging right about 15 yards a carry on his 3 main carries so far tonight. Just great effort.
17.3 for Jacobs on 3 carries, 52 yards. Farragut faces its first 3rd down of the night as they try to pick up Hearthside Bank. 1st down, number 4. Pistol formation, give to Jacobs, running right. He's got the 30, cuts up inside at the 25, now back out at the 22, down to the 21-yard line as the Admirals move from the 32 to the 21, an 11-yard gain for the freshman, and indeed a 3rd down conversion and another Hearthside Bank 1st down.
Yeah, quick hitter on 3rd and 1. He finds the hole outside, good vision, broke a couple tackles to move the chains yet again.
So Farragut just outside the red zone where they converted earlier, making them 8 for 8 on the season, 7 touchdowns, 1 field goal. Hobson, play fake, fires left side. Glover this time tackled quickly as Maynard makes another nice play out on the corner for Bearden defensively. He made the play on Jacobs sliding out of the backfield for a 1-yard loss, and here again a tackle for loss or at least no gain for the Admirals.
Yeah, give him credit. Had nothing going well for Bearden, but he's made 2 plays getting off the receiver to make the play in the backfield.
You look at Devon Maynard, and you look at him, he's the prototypical new corner in the game today. 6'2", 180, long, lanky, but got some nice heft to him to be able to play out there and make tackles on screens.
2nd and 10 from the 21. High snap. It's going to be picked up by Jacobs as it sailed over the head of Hobson, and Jacobs nowhere to go. He is corralled in the backfield as Sean Thomas makes the tackle. I think may have been Logan Lamont.
Yeah, with the push this offensive line's getting, I mean, Admirals have just got to get out of their own way, and a high snap, and he's unable to get it. Jacobs recovers it, but going to force a really long 3rd down.
That statistically goes to the team for -9 on the high snap. So here's Farragut facing 3rd down. They converted 3rd and short. This is going to be 3rd down and 19 yards to go. They need the 11. They're scrimmaging from the 30. The ball nearly to the far side hash. As again, Farragut moves left to right in this opening quarter. A couple of receivers right, 1 left. H-back coming out right side. Hobson slides away from 3, now throws, and that is going to be almost picked off by Bearden. Hobson extended the play, but then threw wide of the mark for Heatherly, and that was almost for 2 Bearden Bulldogs. 2 Bulldogs had a chance to go the other way for a pick 6, but neither could come up with it.
Yeah, a lot of bad there. We had Heatherly wide open in the flat, the tight end. Originally, don't throw it for a long time. I think his knee was actually down. They don't call it, and it could have been intercepted twice after the late throw.
So now they're going to try a 47-yard field goal.
Yep.
Farragut picks up 2 Hearthside Bank 1st downs, but then a high snap sets them behind the chains. They can't overcome 3rd and long, and McHugh, who is 2 of 3 on the year, a long of 41, hit from 31 last week. The snap comes back from Coleman Parrish. The hold down by Noah Haig, and the kick is true for Ryan McHugh.
47, but good from 55 at least.
47-yard field goal for Ryan McHugh, and the Admirals lead 10-0 with 5:36 to go in our opening quarter here at Bill Young Field, Bearden High School. Back with the, let's see, do we have a red hat on the field?
Yes.
Okay, we do. Back with our kickoff after this, as that'll be our Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff coming up after this break for our sponsors as you listen to Farragut Football, presented by Precision Door, Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust.
Whether you're managing a household or running a business, Citizens Bank has a checking account built for how you bank. Choose from personal and business options with digital tools like mobile deposit, bill pay, and merchant services. Plus, support from a local team in Knoxville and Lenoir City that understands your goals. Learn more at citizensbank24.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is John Blair from Blair House. This time of year is filled with birthdays and anniversaries that call for gifting that is both personal and unique. At Blair House, we offer a wide variety of jewelry, chandeliers, and other unique and hard-to-find gifts. But when the gift must be perfect. Blair House, your time-tested connection to treasures the past. Blair House, 210 North Forest Park Boulevard in Bearden.
Follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Blair House Antiques, Knoxville.
LCUV Electric customers can get the highest quality fiber broadband internet for just $69.99 a month. That's 1,000 megabits per second upload and download speeds with a Wi-Fi router included. Don't suffer with slow internet. Get connected now at lcub.com.
Shop Farragut loves Farragut sports. From football to basketball to baseball and softball, we love supporting our hometown teams. We also love it when you shop Farragut and support our hometown businesses. You'll find everything you want when you shop Farragut. So support our local businesses and shop Farragut every day.
We got the big box of mom and pops, so many groovy restaurants. Shop Farragut.
Our Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff coming up. The Admirals leading 10-0. Ryan McHugh put his first kickoff of the night following Farragut's quick touchdown to begin this game into the end zone for a touchback. He'll look to do so again, and indeed this one is going to reach the end zone some 8 yards deep. So McHugh now 9 of 15 kickoffs resulting in touchbacks, and 2 for 2 tonight as Bearden will scrimmage from its 20, trailing Farragut by a score of 10-0 with 5:36 remaining in our opening quarter. Hope you'll be with us all night long. As part of our post-game show, we'll be selecting our Blair House Antiques player, perhaps players of the game. A lot of different ways to follow the Admirals, the greater Knoxville area on FM 105.3, West 105, worldwide, WFIV.com, and we got the 105.3 WFIV YouTube channel as well. Tony Cox behind the camera. Farragut with Dinkle applying pressure as Bearden tries to set up the screen. The quarterback, Thacker, is going to be shaken up as his screen pass was delivered at the feet of the intended receiver, and I believe that was Will Taylor. And Luke Dinkle, again, applying the pressure. They want to let him in quickly, guys, or they want to let him in, I should say, on a screen, but perhaps not that quickly.
Perhaps not that quickly, and Dinkle can really get some speed going on the corner at outside linebacker. Looks like he injured the back of the Bearden quarterback.
And Thacker is just a sophomore. Bearden's got a young team. You start looking at their depth chart, there's a lot of freshmen on the 2-deep depth chart, and certainly a lot of sophomores as well. In fact, there's a lot of sophomores in the starting lineup, and of course you could say the same about Farragut. But I mention it at this point because you've got a sophomore quarterback who's backed up by a freshman, number 17, Ethan Klein, 5'8", 150, a freshman, the backup quarterback for Bearden. As up is Thacker, and coming off under his own power, but he's going to have to leave here briefly, and we'll see if they go with the freshman or if they instead use Paxton Parrott and part of like the sort of a Wildcat package.
Yeah, you talk about a young team. The transfer portal can giveth and it can taketh away just as quickly as it's done for these Bulldogs. They're a young and inexperienced bunch, and looks like they may go with 5 here, like you said, a quarterback to run a little Wildcat.
And Parrott can throw the ball. He threw one of Bearden's 2 touchdown passes this season on a halfback option. He connected with Grant Cross versus the Tornadoes of Alcoa. So he'll be in the gun, and standing alongside him, TJ Edwards gives to Edwards as he tries to get wide right, and Farragut chases him down with Noah Haig. Nothing doing as Haig, in hot pursuit, makes the tackle for loss. And for Noah, that'll be his 4th tackle behind the line this season.
Yeah, Noah Haig, good pursuit at his outside backer position. Big loss of gain there, 3rd and 12.
It's just fun watching Noah Haig play football. I mean, this is a guy that we talked about it last year. Everyone talked about what a spark he was to the team. Him going out there on a Friday night and doing anything he can on the field, everything he can, it's just remarkable to watch.
Easy young man to root for.
Right.
3rd down and 12 yards to go from the 18-yard line. It'll be Parrott keeping it as he runs right, and Dinkle has him and gets him down into the Farragut bench across the way at, I believe, the 21-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3. It'll bring up 4th down and 9.
Yeah, 4th and 9, just kind of ran the zone read. Quarterback kept it. Obviously, they don't feel comfortable with the freshman backup coming in. So, obviously, they just roll with Parrott and going to have to force another punt.
So 2 3-and-outs for Bearden to begin this ball game. Farragut has dominated field position with the opening kickoff return by Mason Apolitegi to the midfield stripe. Admiral scored 2 plays later. Last possession was from their 41. Got to the cusp of the red zone. Punt is away. The last one was a beauty. This one is a great coverage kick as well, and takes a sideways bounce and then backs up a little bit on Bearden. Pretty neutral bounce at all when it's all said and done. And pouncing on the ball down below is Shabay Ramey. And so Farragut will again, though, have fine starting field position at its 46-yard line.
Yeah, and hoping we can get this win, Tyler. We may have to throw about 8 or 9 guys at you for the interview. So this may be a long night, folks, but we got to get some people on the mic.
I somehow got to get out from underneath this table first.
Well, yeah,
Tony boxed me into this table tonight. I'm learning all the new tricks on how to make this broadcast happen online as well. So.
Yeah. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. And Nick was telling me last week he thought we were very close to having instant replay.
Right.
I feel big time. It's kind of a 1 week you feel like, hey, we're really advancing and getting more and more sophisticated, and then they put you outside and there's no scoreboard, and brings you right back down to earth.
We have a beautiful view of Ramirez Boulevard, though.
Right. We talked about being humbled last week. I said we were 0-4. We don't need to be humbled, but they do put us in the elements. We love it, though.
4-yard gain on 1st down as Nate Jacobs now with 67 yards. It's 2nd down and 6 from the midfield stripe for the Admirals, moving left to right with 3:35 to go in our opening quarter. And ball on the near side hash, firing left side. Farragut in the slot, takes the pass, moves for 1st down yardage into Bearden territory, down to the 37-yard line. That's going to be a 13-yard gain through the air as Farragut makes his 2nd catch of the night, good for 20 yards, and the Admirals pick up their 5th. Hearthside Bank 1st down.
Yeah, the more you can get in his hands early, the more he can make things happen. Just a quick out route there. Did some stuff with it after the catch.
Call it a 12-yard gain. So the Admirals to the line, pistol formation. Corbin Hobson with Nathan Jacobs behind him. Jacobs takes the handoff, runs left, bounces it outside. He's to the 30, puts his head down and drags the tackler to the 21-yard line as Farragut rips off 17 yards off the left side, running behind Aiden Perez. Welcome back, Aiden Perez, and Luca Hoffer on that left side.
Yeah, that's a big for this offensive line, but what a good jump cut there by Jacobs in the hole. Jump cuts to the left and able to, he's really seeing it well tonight. 83
yards now after that 16-yard gain, and Hearthside Bank 1st down number 6 for Farragut. It's 2nd on this possession, right outside the red zone where an errant snap set them back last time. They'll throw to Heatherly, right flat. He's to the 20 and down to the 15-yard line. Tripping him up, I believe, was Jackson Galka, perhaps. And
we have a penalty on the field, first penalty of the night.
Yep.
Unfortunately, where it's laying, it looks like it's going to be a hold, maybe.
It was a quick flag. Legal shift on the Admirals.
So Farragut had it, 1st and 10 at the 22, and play had gone down to about the 15 for Heatherly, so they're going to back them up 5. It'll be 1st and 15.
May I have your attention? Eli Keener, please report to the Chick-fil-A booth. Eli Keener.
Hobson in an empty backfield again.
2 receivers left, 3 right for Hobson. Fires over the middle. Glover's open to the 10. Bounces off a tackler and into the end zone. Anderson Glover with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And he was the inside of our middle receiver of 3 on the right, makes the reception and takes it into the end zone after absorbing a hit at the 10-yard line.
A skinny post and a great throw by Hobson. The sophomore Glover makes a great catch in traffic. Terrible tackling by the Bulldogs secondary as they bark at themselves after the play. Great job by Glover.
27 yards on the pitch and catch. And another touchdown for Anderson Glover, his second on the night, second of his career. Ryan McHugh on to attempt the extra point. Coleman Parrish will snap. Noah Haig will hold. High snap, and Haig will see it knocked from his grasp.
Yeah, it was a high snap. Haig tried to get it down, but there was just too much traffic as we kick it into the backs of a few players.
So a 27-yard touchdown pass to Anderson Glover from Corbin Hobson, and Farragut now leads 16-0 with 2:04 to play in our first quarter. Let's get a 1-minute break. We'll return with the Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff on the other side as you listen to Farragut football on West 105.
Looking for a mortgage that fits your needs? At Hearthside Bank, we offer a variety of mortgage solutions to help you get into your dream home. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or refinancing, our team is here to guide you every step of the way. With competitive rates, personalized service, and flexible terms, we have the right mortgage for you. Visit us today and let's make your homeownership dreams a reality. Hearthside Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Boys, this is going to be a tough team to beat tonight. We have to stop their running game. You got to block them and stop them. Kind of like my Michelin cross climb at 2 tires. I can stop in the rain, stop in the heat, stop in all kinds of weather. Just stop by Fisher Tire and they'll fix you right up with the right tire for your car and budget. Fisher Tire is on Kingston Pike in Bearden, or west near the Pellissippi and north on Broadway. Now get out there and stop them.
16-0, Farragut leading with 2:04 to go in our first quarter in this Battle of West Knoxville. Ryan McHugh approaches for the Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff, and for the third time sends it deep into the end zone. So Bearden once more will start backed up at its 20-yard line. Field position, guys. Wow, has that favored the Admirals. It started with the kickoff return by Apolategi to midfield, and Farragut then starting from its 41 and its 46. So 3 times essentially at midfield. Bearden 3 times from its 20.
Yeah, let's cross our fingers that we don't get a rain shower. That would be devastation out here. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But I believe Bearden has 1 yard of offense maybe. I think they've only gained a yard in their 2 series so far, so it's been quite ugly.
Looks like Parrott is going to stay in the ball game as the bona fide quarterback / Wildcat. Flanked off to the side by Edwards at running back as I try to flip over my roster.
Yeah, TJ Edwards, number 13 on your Bearden roster, is a sophomore. It'll be Parrott keeping it as he comes left side, gets to the 25, and he'll have Bearden's initial Hearthside Bank first down, popped out of bounds into the Bearden sideline by Connor Paris, but not until Parrott carries for 14 yards, and again, the initial Hearthside Bank first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think really that's their best chance. He's a pretty good-looking, solid kid. If he runs it on the zone read or quarterback runs, that's probably their best chances of gaining yards, as they do there for about 14 or 15.
34-yard line, Bearden moving right to left late in this first quarter. The ball is on the near side hash as the Bulldogs come to the line with a couple of receivers right, 1 left, and Edwards off to the left of Parrott. Parrott rolling right, looks like he wants to throw, but now is going to tuck it and just dive in front of the Farragut bench for what he can get, which should be to about the 39-yard line as we start having some raindrops, I do believe.
Yeah, as I said, a little bit scared of that, but just a quick rollout to the right. And Parrott, you got to make him throw the football. He may be able to do it a little bit, but he wants to run if he can. He just tucks it, gets 6, which is probably, like I said, Bearden's best opportunity.
From the 39-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and 5 for Bearden. So Parrott carrying for 14 a moment ago, now for 5. Far and away the most productive series thus far early in this ball game for the Bulldogs, and now we've lost our clock.
Oh, gosh.
We're at 46 seconds. I'm keeping it on Farragut Football's YouTube stream right now.
There we
Hand
go.
off, and Farragut all over. It's Noah Haig, and Colt Brooker comes filling in as well as Edwards nowhere to go. TJ Edwards just absolutely swarmed in the offensive backfield, and after a 5-yard gain on first, he lost 5 on second. It's 3rd down and 10.
And Tyler, Paris and Brooker, they do not lack for enthusiasm at the middle linebacker position. When they come to play, they're going to let you know about it.
Yes, they will, and and that's something that goes way back before, Jeff Courtney taking over his linebacker play and what the importance and the value of that is to this program.
3rd down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Bearden 0 of 2 on 3rd down. 2 receivers and an H-back to the right. That's the side Parrott rolls to, fires an incomplete pass, and Farragut is there to belt the intended receiver. As laying the wood was Harrison Smith on Sean Thomas, who had seen it glance off his fingertips a split second before Smith arrived with a jarring hit.
Yeah, 4th and 10, just a little 4-yard out route rollout, and wasn't going to pick up the first down anyway, drops it, so another punt to see what Farragut can do.
First pass attempt for Parrott goes incomplete.
Punting for the Bulldogs, number 45, Tomas Lopez. Deep to receive.
Farragut standing back at around the 28-yard line.
An initial first down, but no more. Snap comes back to Tomas. It is away. And Farragut muffed it, and Bearden recovers it at the 25-yard line. That is twice that Farragut has muffed a punt this year, and right there to jump on the loose ball was Logan Lamont.
I was just about to say, we don't do a player of the game for the opposite team, but if we did, it would be Tomas. He has put 3 beautiful punts in the air, and that one really kind of baffled Farragut as he tried to locate it, fumbled the football. Not sure Bearden can still score with great field position, but we're going to find out as I believe the first quarter ended, Tyler.
I believe that, according to my calculations, that is the end of the first quarter.
Right.
There you go. Farragut 16, Bearden nothing. However, the Bulldogs benefiting from the first turnover of the game. Farragut's second muff punt of the season, and it is covered up by Bearden's Logan Lamont at, I believe, the 25-yard line of the Admirals, where Bearden now has new life. So 1 quarter in the books in this Battle of West Knoxville. Let's get a break for our sponsors. We've got the red hat on the field. So a break for our sponsors. We'll return with second quarter action on the other side as you listen to Farragut Football, presented by Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust.
You never think about your garage door until there's a little...
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Or even the occasional...
Now that can be good.
That's why the pros at Precision Garage Door Service are available same day with fully stocked trucks to fix it fast. So we can turn into...
Oh my, wow.
From the 25-yard line,
Whether you're cheering on the home team or building your dream,
We'll take it after this.
David's Abbey Carpet and Floors has you covered. From engineered hardwood to luxury vinyl, elegant porcelain to natural stone, David's has the winning design for every room, and the championship team ready to help you score the perfect floor. Locally owned and proud to serve our communities from locations in Farragut, Maryville, and Pigeon Forge. Visit David's Abbey Carpet and Floors in-store or online today, where the Admirals shop for floors.
Well, the teams jumped the gun, and we followed suit. That's all right. Not yet done with the lengthy TV timeout. Both teams ready to get going. Bearden excited to have an opportunity after Farragut commits the first turnover of the night, a muff punt after another good-looking punt by Tomas Lopez of Bearden. And so it was recovered by Logan Lamont, setting Bearden up at the 25-yard line. So Farragut with the first turnover of the game means the turnover margin on the season for the Admirals is now sitting at -6. Bearden comes into this ball game -9 in turnover margin, and again, that's never a good formula for racking up wins, and it's certainly no small part of why both of these teams in search of win number 1 this season. But a good start for the Admirals. We talked about it in the pregame. What would it take for Farragut to get out quickly? And, hey, you're sparked by special teams right out of the gate. Mason Apolategi set the tone with the kickoff return out to midfield.
Yeah, it hadn't been perfect. We've had, obviously, a muffed punt, and then we had that bad snap, which caused us not to score that one possession. But overall, it's been pretty good. Not perfect, but got to obviously see what we can do defensively to keep them out of the end zone.
Early on, tremendously complimentary football, right? With the kickoff return, the offense scoring in 2 plays, the defense getting a 3 and out. But as you say, the second possession hampered by the high snap. This will be Parrott trying the middle, and he is wrapped up by nose guard Jackson Plumley and thrown back. No gain. Second down and 10 from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, the front seven's been active, and as always, Patowski bothering people up front.
Ball on the far side hash. Bearden moving left to right now as we are early second quarter. 11 and a half minutes to go until halftime. Second down and 10 for the Bulldogs, whose quarterback, Aiden Thacker, the sophomore, was shaken up on a hit by Luke Dinkle as they tried to set up a screen. So this is the second series that Bearden has had Paxton Parrott, the running back, in at quarterback. And he's got a new running back standing off to his right as Parrott rolls right, looking downfield. Now he's just going to tuck it and run, and Noah Haig rides him out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and Parrott lost his lid, so he's going to have to come out of the ball game.
Which is going to be disappointing for them because they do not want to bring another quarterback in after the first quarterback obviously has been injured. As he runs it again on a rollout to the right, it's not just that he doesn't want to throw it. There is nobody open, so he tucks it up. It's going to be third and about 5 here.
And they were contesting that Farragut knocked the helmet off, and if so, then he could stay in the game. And instead, what Bearden's going to do here is use a timeout. By using the timeout, Parrott will be able to return to the game on the next snap. So the first timeout of the ball game is asked for by Bearden here early in the second quarter. 11:04 to go. And Parrott has gained 25 yards on the ground on 6 carries. TJ Edwards has been thrown for a loss both times he's touched the football, a 2-yard loss and a 5-yard loss. Thacker was 0 for 3 before getting dinged up on the hit by Dinkle. And now Parrott 0 for 1 through the air. So the Bulldogs 0 for 4. And Coach Jeff Courtney was saying, at least with Thacker in the ball game, you look at the breakdown of the pass-to-run ratio for Bearden through the first 4 games, and they were throwing the ball 3 times as often as they were running it. So, they're definitely getting away with Thacker out of the game. They're getting away from what they've done through the first 3 games.
I think I have to go back to a stat you told us earlier, though. Bearden has not led at any point in the season so far. So does that sort of account for why they're throwing the ball more?
And they're not great at getting the push as well. So their push on the offensive front's not been fantastic.
Yeah.
Thacker back in the ball game, though.
Yes. Thacker is back in, and he will have standing off to his left TJ Edwards. So third down, they flare it down the line, and Edwards makes the catch, gets to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. They got a flag coming in on the tail end of the play. And so from the 21-yard line, Thacker returns to the game and just dumps it off left side to his running back, TJ Edwards. And there was a big hole on that side, and Edwards picking his way towards the goal line, got down inside the 5.
Yeah, you thought they were calling the timeout because they needed Parrott in the football game after losing his helmet. But they call the timeout and then bring back Thacker with the hurt back, and he does just a quick throw on the screen. Had some good blocking downfield, but a little too good as it's going to come back and force a third down yet again.
So it's an 11-yard gain, but then a 10-yard penalty. And so third down for the Bulldogs, who are 0 for 3 on third down. So right here, it's a 37-yard field goal.
Yep.
Down 16-0. Would Bearden consider this 4-down territory?
What kind of kicker they got? Probably not a great.
So Thacker will now have Parrott off to his left. No, excuse me, that is not. That's Parrott taking the pass on the right side, and Farragut busts him down at the 18-yard line as Colt Brooker is there along with Zane Qureshi-Smith and Noah Haig as the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Paxton Parrott, one of their better players offensively or all around. Just a quick out route, hoping he could break a couple tackles Probably going to go for this, Eric, on 4th and 2. Big play here.
A 3-yard gain through the air, and here's 4th down. Farragut's opposition on 4th down this year, 11 of 15, converting 73% against this Farragut defense. 4th down and 2 from the 17-yard line for Bearden on this red zone trip set up by recovery of a muff punt. Pistol formation, Parrott behind Thacker. Bad snap, pulls it down, throws over the middle, and it's caught at the 6-yard line. You've got flags on the field, but they're going to move the chains. Haig was in coverage, but from the 17-yard line, throwing over the middle was Thacker on a snap that almost went through both he and Parrott, but somehow Thacker came down with it, juggling it, and quickly turned and threw a strike to Will Taylor.
Yeah, very unique, weird-looking play. I don't know how they made it happen. I believe they're going to call pass interference as well, but Will Taylor, nice catch in traffic.
That should be a 9-yard gain, a Hearthside Bank first down on 4th.
And that 4th down is something we've continued to struggle with, Eric, as you've mentioned throughout the season.
So it'll be a 4th down conversion and the second Hearthside Bank first down of this first half for Bearden. 9:40 to go until halftime. Parrott in the Wildcat takes the snap and drives his way off the right side down to the 5. Connor Paris kind of caught him at the 6. Owen Petoskey hanging on from behind as Parrott moves from the 8 down to the 4, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, just a quarterback run off the right side. Didn't think they could stop him, and Parrott met him in the hole, Pierce did, but able to move forward to the 4.
Admirals trying to bow their neck here, keep Bearden out of the end zone, as the Bulldogs again will have Parrott at quarterback. Standing off to his left, Will Taylor. 2 receivers left. Receiver right, Parrott running right, looking for the end zone, diving for the pylon, and got it. Touchdown for Paxton Parrott. Bearden is on the board with 8:53 to play in our first half on the second rushing touchdown of the season for both the Bulldogs and for Paxton Parrott.
Yeah, 4th offensive touchdown for Bearden, so they're going nuts. They do the light show, which Eric loves, and just a nice run off the right side by Parrott. He's physical. Thought they might have missed a hold, but Bearden gets in.
Snap comes back, and the kick is up and good, as it looks like they went with Seth Campbell as the kicker on that instance. So Campbell puts it up and through, and it is 16-7. Farragut leading Bearden with 8:53 to go until halftime. Back in 1 minute. Back after this commercial break with our Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff as you listen to Farragut football presented by Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust.
Hey, it's Matthew Bryan. Trust my local insurance team and me at Bryan Insurance Group for all your insurance needs. Personal or business insurance, our team will find the most affordable rates and coverage you need. Call us at 865-983-8114 or find us online at bryaninsurance.com.
The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market, offers fresh seafood entrees at all 3 of its area locations. Po' boys, crab cake plates, fish tacos, shrimp, salmon, and more. Choose an entree, choose a side and a beverage. Dine in or carry it out. You won't regret making the Shrimp Dock your choice for a seafood meal. 3 locations to serve you: Farragut, Bearden, and Alcoa. All locations open at 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday and at 11 a.m. on Sundays. Like us on Facebook for the Fish of the Week and other weekly specials. The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market.
This is Derek Miser with Miser Wealth Partners. Are you still funding your 401k today? If so, you need to consider this. With our federal debt soaring past $35 trillion and the interest rate related to that debt now representing 1/6 of our federal budget, your retirement savings might not be as secure as you think. Don't leave your future to chance. Discover a wiser tax-free alternative today. Isn't it time you experience the Miser difference? Call Miser Wealth Partners today
at
865-281-1616.
back here at Bill Young Field. Bearden set to kick it away after getting on the board. 8:53 to go, second quarter. The Bulldogs with their 4th touchdown of the season. And Paxton Parrott has been involved in all of them. He's caught one, thrown one, and now rushed for his 2nd here tonight. A 4-yarder just a moment ago. As Farragut leads 16-7, and I think it's going to be Seth Campbell to kick it away for Bearden. And Farragut, which had an opening kickoff return, Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff return by Mason Apolategi to midfield. We'll see this one cut right inside the front left corner of the end zone, good for a touchback. So the Admirals from their 20-yard line, following the successful Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff by Seth Campbell. Campbell's a junior, one of a few kickers that Bearden has utilized this year.
Corbin Hobson leading his offense as they're going to start going from right to left at the 20-yard line.
Charlie Noble in the game for the first time after freshman Jacobs looked fantastic at the backfield.
Hobson hands off to Noble. Noble up the middle, right behind the center, Will Zooks, and the guards, Luca Hoffer, Bryson Bassett. And Charlie with a good gain on first down, clears the 25 out to the 26, a 6-yard gain for Charlie. As Noble entering the ball game, averaging 4.2 yards per rush. He's carried the ball 27 times, along the 15. Last year against Bearden, 8 carries for 45 yards, also 1 catch, was good for 3. Back to passes, Hobson.
Oh, he's wide open.
Throws over the middle, and Heatherly is clotheslined and goes down awkwardly as that pass is incomplete. And looked like Farragut maybe had an open receiver a little deeper downfield.
Yeah, Max Garfield was a little bit open there, but we talk about Charlie Noble, kind of had to be the bell cow back last year, which is not what the Admirals want to do. They want to run 2 or 3 backs if possible. Charlie, a little bit better yards per carry this year because he's been fresher.
So it's 3rd down for the Admirals. They're 1 for 2 on 3rd down. 3rd down and 4 yards to go from the 26-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Farragut moving right to left in this second quarter. And flags fly. And you got to think the Admirals just made 3rd down tougher.
Yeah, and this is exactly what you don't want, Tyler. A team with not very much confidence. You muff a punt, then a 4th and 2 they convert. You're giving a bad football team a little bit of energy.
You're giving them a little bit of life right now, and that's not what you want, and you're backing yourself up, making your conversion that much more difficult.
Back to the 21-yard line where it's going to be 3rd down and 9 yards to go. So Noble stands behind Hobson in the pistol formation as Farragut has trips left and a single receiver right. Will Zooks snaps it back. Hobson has time, now runs to his left, and will take off and be popped at the 23-yard line. So Hobson gains, we'll say, 3, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, it's try to scramble, couldn't find much doing, and then tucked it. Chandler, linebacker, pops him for not much of a gain, and Bearden gets a chance at a return here.
So the Admirals had all the momentum early, but then the muff punt gave Bearden momentum, and the ball at the Farragut 25, they cashed it in with a touchdown run by Paxton Parrott, and now the Admirals go 3 and out. And so it'll be Julian Melindi punting from the 23-yard line, and it's a missile away to the 37-yard line, and Bearden with a return to the 45 to the 50, down the Farragut sideline, pushed out of bounds, we'll say, at the 43. And so from the 39 to the 43, that's going to be an 18-yard return for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, not a bad punt, but it was just a little low and a really returnable one as we got him down. But this Bearden team feeling some life against their rivals, have the ball on the 43 of the Admirals.
Let's see, 23, 27, so a 38-yard punt. But from the 23, it's just a 20-yard net.
Aiden Thacker, the sophomore gunslinger for the Bulldogs, back in the backfield, joined by Paxton Parrott.
Throwing near side, and Cross can't make the catch at the 35. A little bit low, but couldn't get his hands under it. Probably if he had gotten his hands under it, his knee would have been on the ground, but it would have been for about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, he tried to run before he caught it, but we've talked about that throwing motion of Thacker, more of a heave, and with his back, you can tell he's a little ginger still, so makes that throwing motion even more difficult.
Farragut owned field position early, but the Bulldogs have the upper hand where that's concerned now. 7:15 to go in our first half. After the dropped pass, Thacker sees a string of 3 straight completions snapped. Throwing near side, making the catch will be Bearden's Sean Thomas, and Farragut is there with Noah Haig to wrap him up immediately. Maybe a 1-yard gain.
Nice play by Noah Haig as his pops in the stands. It was a few kind words to us a couple weeks ago, which we always appreciate. And we've always talked about how much we love his fire and just how much of a leader he is on that defense. Nice tackle for minimal gain, 3rd and 9.
Bearden 0 for 4 on 3rd down. 3rd down and 9 from the Farragut 42-yard line. 6:40 to go until halftime as the clock rolls here at Bill Young Field. Sophomore quarterback Aiden Thacker takes the snap. They set up the screen left side to Parrott. Parrott to the 25. Down to the 20. Parrott ridden down from behind by Donovan Lloyd at the 19-yard line. And so from the 42, I believe it was, right? They get the 3rd down conversion, and they move into the red zone on a 24-yard screen pass, backside screen pass to Parrott.
Yeah, a little inside screen. Like I said, they have very few playmakers, but one of them is Paxton Parrott, and they are trying to get him the football as he did a nice job. Good blocking, sold the screen well there.
So back in the red zone where they converted with a touchdown last time. Bearden has it 1st down and 10 at the 18 following the Hearthside Bank 1st down completion covering, I believe it was 24 yards. From the 18-yard line, snap comes to Parrott at quarterback. Running left, looking for the corner, and Farragut comes up, makes the tackle. I hope they did not see the heat lightning I did in the distance. Harrison Smith made the tackle.
That was a red light camera.
Could have been.
Yeah, that's what
I'm going to tell the referee.
Those got to go as well. But yes, we got to get rid of those. I think they may be gone actually. But just a little run off the left side. Nice tackle. Gain 3. Bearden feels they're in this. They get the ball after half. There's 5.5 minutes left in this second quarter. They're hoping for a score here. Take the lead after half. Need a stop.
Parrott remains in at quarterback after that 3-yard gain. The ball on the left side hash. From the Farragut 15-yard line, standing off to his left is Will Taylor. Parrott running left, and stiff arms Dinkle, and Farragut pops him out of bounds. Dinkle hanging on. Connor Paris comes over and applies the blow. Petoskey was chasing from behind as well, and we'll see. It looks like probably the 12. Call it 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, Dinkle, we always love what he can bring. I believe that number 8 usually sparks some positivity. Lee Purcell wore that number a little bit. Really athletic fire on his outside. Made a nice tackle there to force a 3rd and 4.
Bearden picked up its first 3rd down a moment ago, now 1 of 5. Here they face 3rd down and 4 from the Farragut 12. Ball continues to be on the far side hash. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field, the near side, as well as the H-back. As Parrott will roll that way, heaves it towards the end zone for Cross, and Farragut breaks it up with Zane Qureshi-Smith.
Wow, yeah, just kind of a float it up and see if you can make a play as they throw it up to, Cross. And Qureshi-Smith played the ball well, almost had the pick.
Yep.
16-7. I would suggest if you've got a field goal kicker, make it 16-10, but they look like they may go for this, Tyler.
Timeout being called by the Bulldogs right this second to talk about it and weigh your options. How confident are you in getting 5 yards? And right now, see, Brett, I'm sort of on the side of we've got the momentum. Let's let Parrott do his thing and go roll your money on your guy that's doing it.
The only field goal, I believe, that has been attempted by Bearden this year was last week against Hardin Valley, and it was a miss from 38. And I mean, these Bearden numbers can be difficult sometimes to read, especially they're still wearing the light gray numerals on the white jerseys, which were outlawed starting last season. They're still wearing those on the road. They were the visiting team at Hardin Valley. I saw the film of that, and I think it was Elijah Tunnel, but I don't know. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense with the roster I've got. But anyhow, point being, it was a kicker that I would not have anticipated that was his number, and he missed from 37 yards, or 38 yards, excuse me, last week against Hardin Valley. So they've been reasonably good on PATs. Yeah. I mean, with the PAT they made tonight, they're 3 of 4 on their PATs.
Relatively good when you've had 4 and 5 games.
This isn't much more than a PAT, except that the ball's on the left side hash.
Right. I think honestly, whether you go for it or not really is about the confidence in your kicker. And if you feel like you have a better chance of picking it up in a rivalry game like this, you go for it.
And they're going to go for it. Parrott will be the quarterback. Standing off to his right will be TJ Edwards. 4th down. The Bulldogs picked up a 4th down earlier. Bunch formation on the left, high snap, Parrott rolling right, wants to throw it, dumps it off, and it's incomplete. That bounced in, incomplete. Absolutely at the 8-yard line. As a great effort, laying out, trying to make the catch was, I believe, Bearden's Will Taylor, but he could not. And Farragut applying good pressure on Parrott, forced the pass to come up a little bit short.
Yeah, and it was right at the 1st down marker, so it was going to be very close if he caught the ball, but they're calling it correctly that the ball hit the ground.
So you got to give Coach Taylor the chance for him and his players to earn his players' trust right there and say, guys, I'm going to trust you, go get it.
Yeah, I think
coaching strategy, that's a nice play.
Yeah, I like the call. I mean, to go for it. For sure, and there's definitely an element of surprise with Bearden throwing the ball with Parrott at quarterback as well. So from the 12-yard line, Farragut takes over, hands it off to Nathan Jacobs back in the ball game, and he powers through the middle out to about the 17, a 5-yard gain on 1st down for the Farragut freshman.
And I know you want to throw the football and be balanced. I don't know that they've shown their ability to stop you running the football consistently at all. So I'd like to see us lean on the big fellas and the 2 running backs, see what we can do.
Bearden going over on downs a moment ago. That was an empty red zone trip, so Farragut's opposition is now 14 of 17 in the red zone as the Admirals get their 3rd red zone stop. Handoff to Jacobs from the 17. Big hole on the left side. Gets to the 20. Tries to get north and south and got belted at the 24-yard line. Coming up, Liam Powers laid the wood. And Farragut with a Hearthside Bank 1st down run from the 17-yard line to the 24. Move the chains.
Yeah, off left tackle. Jacobs, as we said, has been running the ball really well tonight. Good vision, good power for a freshman as he's seen it.
Hearthside Bank, located on the south side of Kingston Pike in Farragut, just east of Concord Road. The Admirals with now 8 Hearthside Bank 1st downs in this 1st half. From the 24, handed to Jacobs running right, cut inside one defender, and then is whipped down. A little bit of late contact for Bearden. Now here's the flag thrown in. So Farragut didn't like that the Bulldogs hit Jacobs late. They pushed a Bulldog in the back. Then Frenkowitz, who had doled out the justice, was shoved in the back, and a flag was thrown. So I don't know. I got a feeling they're going to probably say both teams are guilty of something here. Personal foul on Farragut. Is there going to be a personal foul on Bearden?
Nope. Oh, just the Admirals.
Hold on. I think he's...
I know. I think that's...
He's asking... I feel like he's not done yet.
Well, they better tell him.
And I have to reset my clock. Please apologize there.
20...
Wow, just on the Admirals. Tyler, it's a good time to go to you here for the website.
TWSAA.org. And I know that we give everyone a little bit of a hard time about that, but ladies and gentlemen, we are facing a major crisis as far as the number of officials that are available for all of not only high school sports but middle school sports and youth league sports. And if we want this to continue for our children and give our children those opportunities, we do need to get some people out there and involved, please.
Well, Bearden uses a timeout.
I believe that is their third.
Yeah, it is. They're out of timeouts in this 1st half. 3:07 to go until halftime. And Farragut's got 7 and a long ways to go after the personal foul penalty was stepped off only against the Admirals after some pushing. Looked like to me 2 shoves by Bearden after the play was over, 1 by Farragut, and the Admirals got the 15-yard penalty. And so with the 15-yard step off somewhere down around the 13-yard line, it would appear. Trying to think if there was any yardage to give on the stat sheet to Farragut with Jacobs on that last carry.
It was 2 yards, right?
Probably, I would think.
I think it was 2.
Something like that if it's a dead ball after the fact, right? So, yeah,
Yep.
Second down. Yeah, so Jacobs has got 97 yards rushing as the teams return to the field. Corbin Hobson's carried once for 2, Charlie Noble once for 6. So the Admirals with probably, let me check here, probably their best rushing output of the season here in the first half. They had 107 against Sevier County. So they're at 105. Actually, the team got dinged 9 on that high snap. Back to pass is Hobson as he rolls to the right, pursued, throws downfield, incomplete at the 28-yard line. Anderson Glover, I believe, was the intended receiver. Indeed, Glover diving, can't come up with the catch, and so it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, a little play action, trying to do a little 2-man game with Heatherly and Glover on a 2-level route. Had a chance, Glover, a little behind him, unable to come up with it. It's going to be 3rd and a country mile.
Glover having an outstanding game for the Admirals tonight. 2 receiving touchdowns on the night for him.
First 2 of his varsity career. 1 of 3 on 3rd down are the Admirals. So Farragut from the 13-yard line needs the 29. Back to pass. Hobson's got time, lets it go deep, trying to get to Garfield, but it'll be intercepted. Well, that's effectively a punt, as the interception is the 2nd for Bearden this season. And I believe it is the 2nd of the season for Connor Gilbreth. Gilbreth makes the pick.
Yeah, a little skinny post there to Garfield, and as you said, maybe 1 down earlier, but just an effective punt. 2:54 left in this second quarter. Big drive for Bearden here. If they can put 6 on the board, they get it after half.
But it is a second turnover for the Admirals, and good starting field position for the Bulldogs at their 49-yard line. Bearden with the ball in the middle of the field. And they fake the reverse and heave it deep. They've got a man open. Cross runs under it at the 15 and takes it into the end zone. On the post, a well-delivered ball by Aiden Thacker, and Garrett Cross runs under it at the 15 or 14-yard line and never had to break stride. Carries it into the end zone as Bearden on the first play goes 51 yards over the top.
Yeah, I have to admit, I'm pretty shocked by that. They faked the dive, they faked the reverse, slow developing play, long post across, beautiful throw, like you said, in stride, catches it for 6. That was beautiful by the Bulldogs.
On to attempt the extra point. It is up, it is good by Bearden's Seth Campbell. And Bearden trailing 16-0 early in this ball game, now trails Farragut 16-14 with 2:46 remaining in our second quarter. Back with the Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff in 1 minute as you listen to Farragut football presented by Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City. You're listening to West 105. Boys, this is going to be a tough team to beat tonight. We have to stop their running game. You got to block them and stop them. Kind of like my Michelin Cross Climate 2 tires. I can stop in the rain, stop in the heat, stop in all kinds of weather. Just stop by Fisher Tire, and they'll fix you right up with the right tire for your car and budget. Fisher Tire is on Kingston Pike in Bearden, or west near the Pellissippi, and north on Broadway. Now get out there and stop them.
Fantastic customer service, a knowledgeable team, expert craftsmen, and so many 5-star reviews. Hi, I'm Rick Terry with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. My family and I have been serving West Knoxville and Farragut for well over 30 years. If you've never checked us out, please do. Better yet, come see us for yourself. on the corner of Kingston Pike and Campbell Station Road. Look for the topiary of the Big Diamond Ring. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We want to be your jeweler. A proud sponsor of Farragut football.
Well, the Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff sails down inside the 5, where Ethan Farragut grabs it and brings it back middle of the field to the 20 and no farther. Good coverage by the Bulldogs as Jace Volk with the special teams tackle, and the Admirals will have it. Ball in the middle of the field at the 20-yard line.
Tyler, it's kind of hard to believe. It was 16-0, and we're getting a punt. And you're thinking, man, maybe even running clock, this is just what the Admirals need. And it's now 16-14, and the Admirals are a little bit shocked in the last 10 minutes.
And it's been effective, and like things are starting to pick up. You're starting to see the rivalry come out a little bit. There's some chippiness going on. Don't know if they're going to be exchanging Christmas cards this year.
Farragut with 2:39 to play in the first half. Gives to Jacobs, running right. Gets to the 25 and out to the 28. Safety came up and cut his legs out from under him. And it'll be second down and short for the Admirals as Jacobs rips off 8 yards over the right side behind Bryson Bassett and Connor Frankowitz.
Yeah, good off right tackle run there, just what the doctor ordered. Got 8 yards, 2:17 left in this half.
Jackson Gulka, I believe, on the tackle for Bearden. Second down and short for the Admirals as Jacobs remains in the backfield with Hobson, takes the handoff right up the middle and puts his head down and plows across the 35 to the 36. That'll be a gain on the play of 8 yards and call it 7 yards. It's a Hearthside Bank first down.
And I think you can throw on him. I think you can run on him, but running has been effective every down, it seems like. The push has been really good from the big fellas.
Well, it's the old saying, right, that 3 things can happen when you throw the football and 2 of them are bad.
Right.
Hand off to Jacobs, huge hole left side, 45-50, and into Bearden, well, not quite Bearden territory, wrapped up at the 50-yard line as Farragut rips off 15 yards from the 35 to the midfield stripe.
You've got a Bulldog down on the field, looks like cramping.
Yep. The linebacker, Justin Chandler.
Minute 35 left to go until halftime. I love the strategy. You have, I believe the Admirals have 2, maybe if not all 3 timeouts left here.
Yeah, something like
and
that.
Just keep controlling the tempo right now. I think that you just need to let Nathan Jacobs sort of work this ball down the field for you, get some points going into halftime, calm things down.
And Dusty, we will need, when we get to the half, hopefully the MiFi unit will last until halftime. We will need to disconnect and try to reconnect using a different device. So perhaps in order for that to work, we'll need you to reboot in the studio as well. The Bulldog cramping is coming off with some help. I believe that is Justin Chandler, as mentioned earlier. So Chandler stiff-legging it towards the sideline. That looks miserable. Farragut with the ball at midfield with 1:35 to go, and still with all 3 timeouts. Ball is on the far side hash. The Admirals will have Garfield and Glover, the receivers, to the near side. Ethan Farhat to the far side. Looks like the tight end Aaron Heatherly's over that way as well, as Nathan Jacobs stands behind Farragut junior quarterback Corbin Hobson in the gun. They wind the clock. Hobson.
Oh, boy.
Running back and he were not on the same page, and Hobson able to move forward for a single yard. Corbin turned left. The running back had gone right, and so it's a 1-yard gain for Corbin on a broken play. Second down and 9. Farragut quickly to the line. 1:10 to go in this second quarter. As Farragut gets lined up. Receivers in tight on the left side, a couple of them. Back to pass, Hobson could throw it out in the flat right side, does so to Jacobs, and then he dropped it. Incomplete. That'll stop the clock. Third down upcoming.
I feel like offensively, the only thing that stops the Admirals is stopping themselves with either a miscue or a bad snap or going the wrong way. As we saw again, now force a pass on 3rd and 9.
There's another Bulldog down.
Farragut 1 of 4 on 3rd down, facing 3rd down and 9 at the Bearden 49-yard line. As a Bulldog down at midfield. Looks like took a shot perhaps to the lower back. Coming up as part of our Precision Door halftime show, we'll get a look at the drive chart, team and individual stats, scores of interest from around East Tennessee on this week 5 of the high school football season. Of course, here at Bearden, the Bulldog Band will be performing. I don't believe the Farragut Band will. And young man is up and coming off under his own power.
We have
I think it's Shabay Ramey.
Yes, and we have I believe we're in a TV timeout right this second. I don't know how much longer is going to be left in it. We'll know if they send the teams to the sideline here in a second.
These TV timeouts are literally,
as they are telling the teams to go back to the sidelines. Glad you guys are joining us here on 105.3, or maybe on our
YouTube channel.
105.3
WFIV. Just search for that on YouTube. That'll take you to the channel, and then the live broadcast that is available right now, as well as archived video streams from earlier this season and other sporting seasons. So Farragut, third down, as Hobson hands off to Charlie Noble up the middle, and Farragut crossed him up, and Noble's got the first down as he moves to the 33-yard line, right up the gut. Charlie Noble on 3rd down and 9 has a 3rd down conversion as Farragut moves from the 49 to the 34.
Yeah, gash him on a run. They weren't expecting it as you've gashed him continually on the ground. Get to the line quickly.
Hearthside Bank, first down, number 11. Back to pass is Hobson from the 34. Drops it off to Noble, who cannot quite make the juggling catch. Thrown a little out in front of him, and Charlie had it on his fingertips. Fortunately, he didn't bat it towards an oncoming Bearden defender who could have caught it perhaps on the deflection in stride and gone the other way. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it feels like you can still run this football. Like I said, you got 2 or 3 timeouts left if need be.
I think you got to all of them.
Yeah, I was thinking you.
I think it was an injury timeout a moment ago, and then the TV timeout to boot. So here's 2nd down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Hobson back to pass, has all day, throws over the middle, and it is nearly picked off. It was almost picked off yet again by Gilbreth.
You're also about 5 yards away from being in field goal range for Ryan McHugh again as well. So if you're going to try to set up, just to get points here to stop the bleeding, look for something probably 5 to 7 yards, maybe towards the middle of the field.
Yeah, McHugh hit from 47 earlier this half. At this point, it's 51.
Honestly, that last field goal, that was good from where he is now. But I don't think you want to have to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if they're bringing Charlie.
Empty set.
Receiver.
Noble splits out of the backfield to the left side as a receiver. Back to passes Hobson all day. Throws over the middle, incomplete. Had Garfield open on a crossing route, but threw it behind him. And so here's 4th down. Let's see what Farragut opts to do with 16 seconds remaining.
Yep.
And looks like we are going to get the field goal unit coming out on the field.
Yeah, we're going to actually see him let it fly.
Try a 51-yarder.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, 47 and 51, at that point, is there really that much difference?
I'm telling you, last one would have gone in, but this will be, this is not going to be easy.
Eric's reaching into the record books. This is not good. He's about to drop some knowledge on us, folks, as Ryan McHugh takes his spot.
Ball's on the right hash as he kicks right to left. Bearden was offsides. Bearden was offsides. That kick is well short.
He didn't leave early?
Where's the flag?
Of course.
Bearden was offsides on the right edge.
Oh, my goodness. He was 2 yards. Unbelievable. What a job by the refs there.
Wow. Jonathan King, 53 yards, is the record holder.
I remember him early 2000s, maybe?
Kicker back.
2010.
Oh, gosh, I'm way off.
He was
11,
also
right in there.
Here's another trivia fact for you, Brett. He started a playoff game at quarterback as a junior or sophomore.
I like that. I like my kickers that, well, like we saw last week, Maryville's kick obviously had some real talent.
As a tight end.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And Jonathan also was Mr. Football, the kicker in all classifications his senior year. missed field goal attempt from 51 yards. And so Bearden will take a knee at the 20-yard line and take it to the half.
Yep. Wow.
And that is the end of the first half.
So Farragut started like a house on fire, scored 16 first quarter points, but Bearden comes back after the Admirals muff a punt, give the Bulldogs new life at the Farragut 25. They capitalized and carried that momentum over to a later touchdown as well. The second touchdown followed an interception by safety Gilbreth. On the first play, Bearden let fly on the post for a 51-yard touchdown pass from Thacker to Cross. And so Bulldogs counter Farragut 16 first quarter points with 14 second quarter points. And these teams head off to the locker room. Bearden due to get the ball to begin the second half, trailing Farragut 16-14 in the annual Battle of West Knoxville. Let's get a break here for our sponsors. We'll return on the other side with our Precision Door halftime show. We'll look at the drive chart, team and individual stats, scores of interest from around East Tennessee as well. We're going to reboot, and hopefully that goes smoothly. So see you on the other side. Again, Farragut leading at intermission over Bearden 16-14 as you listen to Farragut football presented by Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust.
Is the Bearden High School Marching Band.
Life doesn't run on bank hours. That's why Citizens Bank offers checking accounts with tools you can use anytime, like mobile deposit, debit card controls, and online bill pay, whether it's for your home or your...
The band has represented the Bearden community. All right. Everybody direct your attention to the north end zone. Eli Keener.
Maybe at a distance it sounds better, but man, up here it sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher.
For a year. Eli Keener. Let's go, buddy. We got it. It's good. Congratulations.
Why will my phone not connect? It connected earlier. Now I can't.
The Bearden High School Marching Band has represented the Bearden community across the United States in the following venues and places: the New York City St. Patrick's Day Parade, the Tennessee Music Educators Association 2 separate times, Disney's Magic Music Days at Epcot and Magic Kingdom, the Chicago St. Patrick's Day Parade, Knoxville's Mighty Musical Mondays, ABC's Thanksgiving Day Parade. For over 24 consecutive years, the Bearden Band has received superior ratings and has earned the Tennessee Bandmasters Association Award of Excellence 20 separate times. Band members are also involved in many other activities and honors, including All East and All State Band, Honor Society, Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, National Merit Scholars, Tennessee Governor's School participants, school and community leadership roles. We would like to thank our incredible sponsors for helping us make these events available for our students. Jump Galaxy, Wood Lumber, East Tennessee History Center, Grip Forge, Affinity Consultants, Old Ben Diesel, Knox Speed, ABC Financial Planning, Hearst Electric, Grayson Subaru, Kevin Lemire Photography. Thank you for your amazing support. This year, our student leaders are drum majors, Jenna Easley, Calvin Blackman, McKenna Webb. Section leaders are Sheila Alexander, Addison Bean, Emily Gosnell, Carly Michaels, Kelsey Clark, Charlie Fairchild, Jason Jorgensen, Landon Lazier, Abby Pesakim, Mary Harmon, Noah Klein, Ethan Lessig, Allison Field, Nathaniel Swenson, Josie Reck, Ethan Yap, Jackson Kimmey, Harrison Miller, Sophia Craddock, Molly King, and the Tech Director, Seth Moran. Leadership team members, Jennifer Reck, Brooklyn Childress, Claire Feeney, Ryan Gruot, Barrett Johnson, Ben Cornegi, Maggie Lesh, Brooks Maynard, Seth Moran, Roland Porter, Braden Scott, McKenna Singh, Jesse Tomsick, Emma Yap, and Anthony Zavala. Our staff includes Assistant Director Kerrigan Peck, Color Guard Director Jacob Stanberry, Guard Instructors Allie Miller and Nikki Smith, Percussion Director Drew Jones, Assistant Percussion Director Dr. Susanna Claybo, Instructional Staff Adeline Armstrong, Absa Villa, Chris Justice, Olivia Watson, Micah Ireland, Zach Donovan, and Jacob C. Drill Arranger James Wilson. Please welcome the Bearden High School Marching Band as they perform their 2025 show, A Picture's Worth.
High School Bulldog Marching Band would like to thank you for attending today's performance of our 2025 production, A Picture's Worth. To commemorate this special occasion, we would like to take a picture of a truly treasured moment in time. Are you ready? Drum Major Jenna Easley. Let's take their picture. Here we go. Let's say smile. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Oh, thanks. We can't wait to look back on all of your smiling faces from today. The Bearden Band is at a loss for words to describe how excited they are to share this year's production with you. But luckily for all of us, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So please, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
My phone connected to begin the night, and now it just won't connect again. And you know, I should have never rebooted it to begin the ball game. I had good connection. It's like it lost its mind after that. But yet I was able to use the MiFi unit, but the MiFi unit's about to die and the battery won't charge. And now Dusty just reset everything at the station and it's still not connecting. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Whose phone is that?
Network error again. This is my phone. That's an old one that I use just to connect through the MiFi, but then I've got this as a backup on different service. But yeah, network error on his end.
Let me try to connect mine just to see.
Check, check. Check, check. Back here at Bearden High School, we welcome you into our Precision Garage Door Service halftime report. Welcome into our Precision Garage Door halftime show. As the Admirals leading 16-14 here at the break over the Bearden Bulldogs. Bearden set to get the ball to begin the second half. Farragut returned the opening kickoff to midfield. Mason Apolategi getting the Admirals out to a strong start, and it took Farragut just 2 plays. A 32-yard run by Nathan Jacobs was followed by an 18-yard touchdown pass down the line from Corbin Hobson to Anderson Glover, and Glover, eluding would-be tacklers, carried into the end zone his first career touchdown as Farragut led 7-0 just like that. 11-13 to go in the first quarter. Ryan McHugh, of course, good on the PAT. Bearden then went 3 and out. Farragut fields a punt at the Farragut 41-yard line. The Admirals would move to the cusp of the red zone, but then a high snap set them back, and they ended up having to settle for a field goal, but Ryan McHugh booted it through a 47-yarder, which was a career long, and the Admirals leading 10-0 with 5:36 to go in our first quarter. Bearden another 3-and-out series on its second possession of the ball game, and Farragut takes over at its 46. So the Admirals completely dominated field position early in this ball game. The Admirals moved for 3 first downs, a 27-yard touchdown pass from Corbin Hobson again to Anderson Glover, as Glover caught it over the middle around the 10 to 15-yard line, bounced off a Bearden defender in the secondary, and made his way into the end zone. So Farragut up at that point 16-0, and Farragut up 16-0. A high snap resulted in a missed PAT. 2:04 to go in the first quarter. It had been all Farragut. Bearden picked up its first down, but the Admirals stiffened and forced a punt, but it was muffed at the 25-yard line and recovered by Bearden's Logan Lamont, and that was the turning point in this first half. Bearden, with second life, set up in great field position, moved into the red zone, and scored a touchdown on a 4-yard run off the right side by Paxton Parrott, his second rushing touchdown of the season. The extra point was good by Seth Campbell, and Bearden on the board, trailing 16-7 with 8:53 to go in the second quarter. The defense then for Bearden forced a 3-and-out. Julian Melindy's punt, 38 yards, a net of 20. The Bulldogs got a good punt return and had the ball at the Farragut 43. So field position had completely swung in Bearden's advantage after Farragut owned it early. The Bulldogs, however, moving into the red zone, went over on downs, but they got the ball back as Farragut threw deep on 3rd and long, and the Admirals, having been backed up after getting the stop in the red zone starting from their 12, they threw deep. Gilbreth made the pick at the Bearden 49-yard line. Farragut's second turnover of this first half, and Bearden went right to the air on the first play of the possession. A post pass over the middle. Thacker hit Cross down around the 15, perfectly thrown, caught it in stride, unbroken into the end zone as Cross with the touchdown, his second of the season. And then the Bulldogs got the extra point from Seth Campbell, drawing to within 16-14, 2:46 to go until halftime. Farragut saw the kickoff go into the end zone for a touchback. So they start from their 20, they move into Bearden territory, but bogged down and on to attempt a 51-yard field goal with only seconds remaining. Ryan McHugh, he hit his first one that was good from 47 with enough leg that it would have been probably good from 55. This one, however, came up short. Unfortunately, the officials did not see that Bearden was at least a yard off sides as they rushed off the right edge. And so it stood as simply a missed field goal, and the Bulldogs took a knee and took it to the half. Farragut scoring 16 first quarter points, Bearden with 14 in the second. The Admirals with both of the turnovers in the first half. So now Farragut on the season is -7 in turnover margin, and Bearden, their number is improving. They're -7 as well. They came in -9, Farragut -5, but the Admirals -2 in the first half, +2 for the Bulldogs. Farragut with 11 Hearthside Bank first downs in the first half, Bearden with 4. The Admirals go 2 for 6 on third down. Meanwhile, Bearden goes 1 for 6. And on fourth down, it is Bearden 1 for 2. Penalties, I've got Farragut 3 for 25 and Bearden for 1. So the Admirals lead it 16-14. And looking at the individual stats for the Admirals, Corbin Hobson, 2 rushing attempts, 3 yards. Nathan Jacobs with 12 rushes, good for 127 yards. Charlie Noble, 2 carries for 21 yards, and the team on a high snap, -9. So let's see, 24, 151. That's going to be 142 yards rushing, which is more than the Admirals have had in any game this season. Previous high in the opener against Sevier County, 107 yards on the ground in that one, but 142 here in the first half. Hobson started out hot, hit his first 4 passes, 5 of his first 6, but his last, 7 were incomplete, including the interception. So Hobson completing in the first half 5 passes, 5 of 13 for 36 yards, and the interception, and a couple of touchdowns. Let's see, did I get those? I may have shorted Corbin some passing numbers here. Let's see, Ethan Farhat, 2 catches for 19 yards. Anderson Glover, 3 catches for 45, including a pair of touchdowns. Nathan Jacobs caught 1 pass. It lost a yard. So 44, 63. Indeed, I missed, I guess, Glover's second touchdown there on Hobson, so we'll update those numbers here momentarily. Paxton Parrott, meanwhile, has been at running back and at quarterback after Aiden Thacker was shaken up early on a hit by Luke Dinkle, and Parrott has rushed for a touchdown. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 carries for Parrott, 39 yards, and the touchdown. TJ Edwards, 2 carries, -7 yards. So that's going to be 12 for 32 in the first half, and a touchdown on the ground for Bearden. Through the air, Thacker, well, with some of our technical difficulties, I did not get everything recorded, so we'll check on those here momentarily. Give me a chance to get these numbers straightened away, and Tyler, why don't you take a look at what's going on elsewhere around East Tennessee?
All right, let's look around East Tennessee and other places to see how it's going. Region 2 6A in some action tonight. Oak Ridge travels down to Bradley Central in Cleveland. The Wildcats trail Bradley at the half, 3-7. Maryville travels over to Hardin Valley Academy, and they were up 35-0 in the second quarter. Tyner Academy is up on Cleveland High School 20-0 at halftime in what I think is probably one of the shocking scores of the night. Jefferson County leads the Hilltoppers of Science Hill 31-0 at the half. Dobbins-Minden is up on West Ridge 17-7. In the battle of Morristown Hamblin High Schools, Morristown West up 3-0 over Morristown East at the half. Cherokee leads Seymour 14-0. Elizabethan up on Northview Academy 17-7. Gatlinburg Pittman leads Claiborne 28-0. Unicoi County 21, Pigeon Forge 7 at the half. Kingston leads Austin East 20-0 at the half. Clinton has got their first lead of the year over Campbell County, 18-15 at the half. Alcoa up on Fulton, 49-0. Greenback leads Eagleton Academy, 13-7. Harriman looking for their first win, I believe, of the year, up on Midway, 12-7 in the second quarter over Midway. Heritage leads Carter, 16-7. Halls leads the Rebels of West High School, 10-7. Oakdale over Wartburg, 16-8 at half. Oliver Springs in the first quarter, 7-0 over Rockwood. Coalfield 7-0 over Oneida. Turning to the next page, Central and Powell locked up in a battle, 14-all in the second quarter. Meigs County up on Sweetwater 22-7 in the second quarter. William Blount and Carnes in a close one at half, 28-17. The Governors lead the Beavers. Blackman and Oakland tied at 0-all in the first quarter. Loudon is up on Eastridge 10-0 in the third quarter. Hickson up on Sequoia 26-0 at halftime. Old Region 2 5A foes, McMinn County and Ottawa. McMinn County going to the Owls, up 19-0. Ray County, East Hamilton, a battle of undefeateds in 3 5A are tied 14-all at half. And then Webb is trailing of the Warriors of Christian Academy of Knoxville 35-14 at half. A lot of action going on, some good matchups, some surprising scores happening, some non-surprising scores and things like that happening as well, as we're at about 1:50 left to go until halftime is over here at Bill Young Field. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I heard him saying pregame. Coach Young is in attendance here tonight.
Yep.
I know that man has made a tremendous impact on a lot of schools in this area.
Yep.
And I'm trying to, if you can't tell, I'm stalling to try to give Eric all the time he can right now as he's over there.
I'm good.
He's counting on his fingers and his toes, and I'm trying to help him out here.
That's right, and I'm short of toe. 205 yards for Farragut in the first half. Corbin Hobson was 6 of 14 for 63 yards and a couple of touchdowns to Anderson Glover. So updating those numbers, Farhat had 2 catches for 19, Anderson Glover 3 for 45, Nathan Jacobs 1 for -1. And that should get Farragut the 63. So 63 through the air, 142 on the ground, and 205 yards of offense for Farragut in the first half. For Bearden, I think I'd gotten you their rushing numbers. 10 for 39, Paxton Parrott, including his second rushing touchdown of the season. TJ Edwards, the other 2 carries, -7 yards. Thacker goes 6 of 10 through the air for 99 yards and a touchdown. Paxton Parrott goes 0 for 3. So the combined passing number 6 of 13 for 99 and the touchdown. That covered 51 yards to Grant Cross. Paxton Parrott 2 catches for 27. Sean Thomas 1 for 11. TJ Edwards 1 catch for 11. Will Taylor 1 catch for 9. So 131 yards of offense for Bearden in the first half. Again, Farragut with 205, and the Admirals lead at 16-14. That's probably going to put a wrap on our Precision Door halftime show, as both teams heading to their respective sidelines, anticipating that our Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff to begin the second half is fast approaching. That being the case, let's get a break for our sponsors. We'll return with the start of the third quarter on the other side as you listen to Farragut Football, presented by Precision Door, Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust.
You never think about your garage door until
I'll let you know.
Little...
We've got the official on the field.
Oh, no.
TV guy.
Or even the occasional.
Now that can be good.
That's why the pros at Precision Garage Door Service are available same day with fully stocked trucks to fix it fast. So we can turn into
oh my, wow.
Precision Garage Door Service, name you can trust.
Whether you're managing a household or running a business, Citizens Bank has a checking account built for how you bank. Choose from personal and business options with digital tools like mobile deposit, bill pay, and merchant services. Plus, support from a local team in Knoxville and Lenoir City that understands your goals. Learn more at citizensbank24.com. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Matthew Bryan. Trust my local insurance team and me at Bryan Insurance Group for all your insurance needs. Personal or business insurance, our team will find the most affordable rates and coverage you need. Call us at 865-983-8114 or find us online at...
Oh, no. What happened?
I don't know.
Reconnecting. We just lost the connection on that phone.
The coffer gifting.
There it is. It's back.
Yeah.
At Blair House, we offer a wide variety of jewelry, chandeliers, and other unique and hard to find gifts.
Say when.
For when the gift must
We're good.
be perfect.
We're good.
Blair House, your time-tested connection to the treasures of the past.
After this one or
Blair
another?
House,
I can take it. I can take
North
it.
Forest Park Boulevard in Bearden.
Follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Blair House Antiques, Knoxville.
And that spot reminds me that we'll be selecting our Blair House Antiques player or players of the game as part of our post-game show, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Second half set to get underway. Ryan McHugh, who was 3 for 3 in the first half of his Rick Terry Jewelry Design kickoffs, resulting in touchbacks. So 3 for 3 in this ball game, meaning 10 for 16 on the season. This is a low squibber fielded at the 18-yard line for Bearden, back to the 30 and the 35-yard line, where the Admirals corral the return man. Did a good job fielding that on a hot hop. That was Jace Volk with the middle return, and Bearden will have the ball at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, outside linebacker Chase Volk, little squibber, and he's able to pick it up, get to the 36. Nice job by him.
I actually have to sort of date myself a little bit here. Jace Volk is the son of a former teammate of mine.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
That's kind of cool. Farragut's got one out there that's a son of one of my old teammates this year, and that follows in a line of 3 or 4 over the years. Pass comes down the line for Bearden on first down, and unable to make the catch on the near side in front of the Bearden sideline will be Ty Harris. So Aiden Thacker gets the start at quarterback in this second half, dinged up in the first half. He returned to action and kind of split time with Paxton Parrott at the quarterback position, but it's Thacker with his first pass of the second half dropped. So he's now 6 of 11 in the ballgame.
$11:51 here after half in the third quarter.
Clock stopped with that incomplete pass. Pretty tight formation here for the Bulldogs. 2 receivers right, but they're in close. 1 left, and whistles sound. And Bearden, we got a flag thrown from the Farragut sideline.
Maybe didn't get it off. False start. 2nd and 15.
That's only the second penalty of the night against the Bulldogs. We were disappointed that the officials didn't see that they were clearly offsides on Ryan McHugh's attempted 51-yard field goal. That would have given the Admirals another opportunity, as McHugh came up well short. Also, there were 3 shoves after a play doled out in the first half, 2 by Bearden, 1 by Farragut, and the Admirals got the 15-yard step off. But the first penalty of the second half goes against the Bulldogs. Back to the 30 as Thacker tries to set up a screen, does so to Parrott. Farragut needs to make the tackle, cannot, and Parrott eludes 2 and gets to the 40. Nice job by Parrott picking up 10 yards as he got away from both Dinkle and Paris, and it sets up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, screen. Patowski got in there really quickly. Thought we had him in the backfield. He broke a couple tackles. Obviously one of their better playmakers to make it 3rd and manageable.
We've got an Admiral down on the sideline right here in front of us.
Is that Lloyd?
Yes, unfortunately so.
Who's been banged up.
Donovan grabbing at his left calf. And Donovan was sick last week. Virus type situation. And back this week. Training staff out, as well as Coach Jeff Courtney.
Dr. Becker also making his way over. And I know Eric loves to point out Dr. Becker was the leading tackler of the 1988 Admirals, I believe what you said. Is that?
It was the 85 Admirals.
85.
I have heard that before, yeah.
85 Admirals.
I love seeing, that's what I love about high school football, is you see all the people in the community, Dr. Becker here serving his community, serving his school where he played.
Yeah, handshakes with the Bearden staff down below as Lloyd's helped off. Folks in the medical field that know one another. That's what's always made Farragut Bearden special, is that everyone tends to know each other, except for the last couple of years.
Right.
We're just going to,
fresh faces.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'll tell you what, Coach Taylor got me a roster and got me a 2D chart. That is night and day. I very much appreciate that gesture from Coach Taylor. That's not anything that you take for granted. And Very much appreciate Coach Brad Taylor and his return. Second stint as the head coach at Bearden, kindly returning an email with a roster and 2 deep on it. Pass down the line comes across, and Farragut's Connor Paris there to make the initial hit. Dinkle and Brooker come flying in as well as Cross moves from the, they're going to say first down, from the 40 to the 45, and the first down.
Yeah, needed 5, got 5 on the 45 of their own, right down the line from where I'm sitting.
Second catch of the night for Cross, totaling 56 yards. He had the 51-yard touchdown, and that's Hearthside Bank first down for Bearden. Hearthside Bank located in Farragut on the south side of Kingston Pike, just east of Concord Road. First and 10 from the 45. Here comes Paris on a blitz. They fire left side quickly into Farragut territory at the 45, where Glover makes the tackle on Harris, Ty Harris, but I think that's going to be 10 yards and another Hearthside Bank first down. They say move the chains.
Yeah, just trying to throw the hitch. They've got 5 yards. They think they can methodically move it down the field. They've done that a few times tonight.
First time that Harris has been able to make a catch. They've targeted him a couple of times, but that time made the catch and got the Hearthside Bank first down. Nose of the ball at the Farragut 45-yard line on this opening possession of the second half. Farragut led 16-0. Bearden trying to drive and take its first lead under pressure. Thacker throws down the middle, had a man wide open at the 25-yard line, and he couldn't make the catch. Farragut was closing with Harrison Smith, but that should have been a big gain for Bearden as Sean Thomas just couldn't make the catch.
I think he heard the footsteps of Harrison Smith. Felt like he put his eyes down toward the defender. Couldn't come up with it in the middle of the zone.
Ball on the near side hash for the Bulldogs. Again, moving right to left in this third quarter. Trailing Farragut 16-14. Clock stopped with the incomplete pass. 10:26 to go in the third. As Bearden will have 2 receivers right, an H-back and a receiver to the left. Parrott off to the right of Thacker. Hand off to Parrott, and a big hole off the right side. He moves inside the Farragut 40 to the 38. That'll be 7 yards on second down and sets up third down and 3.
Yep, Parrott leaning on him in a lot of different positions. Receiver, quarterback, running back as he runs it up the middle to force a 3rd and 4.
45 yards rushing on 11 attempts for Paxton Parrott. From the 39, they need the 35. Third down, play fake. Now they'll throw back to Parrott, wide open. He's down the near sideline at the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and into the end zone. As Farragut just with a love tap down there around the 5, as that one is going to go 39 yards to the house, and Bearden has come all the way back from being down 16-0 to lead 20-16 with an extra point pending.
It feels like a blur. I cannot believe we're now losing this football game 16-0. Getting a punt return seems like a long time ago as they keep trying to find one of their only playmakers with a throwback to Parrott, Mr. Everything for the Bulldogs, and he's wide open.
Parrott with his second touchdown reception of the season. The extra point is up and good by Seth Campbell, and Bearden opens the second half with a 65-yard drive. They pick up 4 Hearthside Bank first downs, I do believe, and score on a 39-yard pass from Thacker to Parrott to lead 21-16. 9:41 to go third quarter. Back with the Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff in 1 minute as you listen to Farragut football on West 105.
Farragut sports, from football to basketball to baseball and softball. We love supporting our hometown teams. We also love it when you shop Farragut and support our hometown businesses. You'll find everything you want when you shop Farragut. So support our local businesses and shop Farragut every day.
We got the big box of mom and pop, so many groovy restaurants. Shop Farragut.
This is Derek Miser with Miser Wealth Partners. Are you still funding your 401k today? If so, you need to consider this. With our federal debt soaring past $35 trillion and the interest rate related to that debt now representing 1/6 of our federal budget, Your retirement savings might not be as secure as you think. Don't leave your future to chance. Discover a wiser, tax-free alternative today. Isn't it time you experience the Miser difference? Call Miser Wealth Partners today at 865-281-1616.
Well, on a Rick Terry Jewelry Design kickoff in the first half, Seth Campbell angled it perfectly, put it in the front corner of the end zone for a touchback. Tried to do so again this time and missed pretty badly. It goes out of bounds, and so Farragut will start from its 35-yard line. 35-yard line for the Admirals after the Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff following an opening drive to begin the third quarter for the Bearden Bulldogs. It goes 65 yards, 39-yard touchdown pass from Thacker to Parrott, and Bearden has its first lead of the night at 21-16. Farragut with its first possession of the second half handed to Nathan Jacobs, and Jacobs working up the middle is belted as he gets to the 40 as the tackle is made by Logan Lamont.
Yeah, gain of 6. Good cutback. Lamont fired up after a 6-yard gain. I'm frustrated. It's 21-16. Can't believe we're here, but we are. Admirals got to respond.
Jacobs now with 133 yards rushing on the night. Second down and 4 from the 41-yard line. Ball in the middle of the field. Farragut moving left to right. Play fake. Hobson throws off to Heatherly, and Heatherly is stuck but bounced off a man and got first down yardage to the 48-yard line. Nicely done by the big tight end as Bearden fought through the Farragut block and applied the hit for no gain on Heatherly, but Heatherly ends up moving the chains for a Hearthside Bank first down on a 7-yarder.
Yeah, we're trying to move fast here.
Handoff Jacobs up the middle from the 48, got to midfield, and then moves the pile into Bearden territory to the 47. That'll be a 5-yard gain. We do have a penalty on the field.
Yeah, there's a flag on the field, and you can feel the energy from Bearden. When you've had 4 offensive touchdowns on the year and you've got 3 tonight, you are rolling as they are right now. Let's check the flag.
Yeah, both of these offenses had struggled big time. Farragut averaging 12.2 points coming into this ball game. Bearden averaging 5 points per game offensively.
And that is going to be a face mask on the Bulldogs. Going to make it, what, should be 2nd and 1?
Yeah.
Yep,
so
2nd and 1.
4-yard gain for Jacobs. And then a 5-yard step off against Bearden. 2nd down 1, kind of a down to play with. Farragut throws it down the line to Glover, near side, works outside the block of Farhat and is ushered out of bounds into the Bearden bench as Farragut goes from the 43-yard line down to the 33-yard line. A 10-yard gain in the Hearthside Bank first down.
Yeah, similar play to the first touchdown. May have been exactly the same. Good blocking there by Farhat on the outside, and honestly, that's really all you can do. You got to patty cake him. If you try to get too physical, the yellow flag's coming out.
Glover being a huge weapon for the Admirals tonight.
It's 13th Hearthside Bank first down for the Admirals. Running left is Jacobs behind Heatherly, set up as the H-back. Steps out of a tackle, down to the 20. Still fighting as he will make it to the 19-yard line. And
is he a little dinged up there?
Somebody is. Bearden lost a lid across the way, having to come out of the ballgame. Justin Chandler as Farragut. Where did that play start from, guys?
Yeah, that was Jacobs, who's running the ball so well, is chopped down at the end. We've consistently ran the football, and I want to see more of it, but Jacobs dinged up. Looks like a lower leg injury.
I believe it was a 35, so we'll say that was a 15-yard run and a Hearthside Bank first down for Farragut. It's third, and they are at the edge of the red zone is Nathan Jacobs, who's had himself a fine ball game tonight, is being tended to across the way. If I'm correct about where that ball was a moment ago, again, we don't have a scoreboard to give us that, to be able to glance back up at and verify as the play ends where it began. If I'm correct about that, that's 152 yards rushing tonight for the freshman Nathan Jacobs.
You hate to see it, too, with his older brother getting hurt last week.
Right. He's out with a hamstring issue. Nathan up and favoring his right leg. And actually older brother Johnny helping him over there.
Charlie's in the game.
Noble checks in as the Admirals First and 10 from the 20-yard line, trailing Bearden 21-16. Pistol formation. Heatherly the H-back to the right. Glover's in the slot to the right. Farhat's the outside receiver. Glover across the way. Handoff to Noble, dancing through the middle, down to the 15-yard line as the Admirals gain 5 on first down before Noble kind of disappears. The diminutive Noble kind of can get lost sometimes behind those blockers. But Farragut second down and 5 after Charlie's third rush of the season, or excuse me, of the night, having gained 26 yards. Second and 5 from the 15. Admirals in the red zone. Handoff to Noble. Noble to the 10. Noble to the
Charlie.
5. Noble to the end zone. Charlie up the middle. 15 yards.
Wow, that flag was so late. Great run by Charlie. We've got a flag thrown at the 4 after Charlie was already celebrating. What a late flag that was.
Now it's been moved back to the 6-yard line.
Yeah, we're moving it now. Wow.
Farragut opened a hole in the middle. The officials said holding helped in that regard. And so from the 15-yard line, Noble will, I assume, get credit down to about the 7, and they'll move this back to the 17.
Maybe he had trouble getting it out of his pants, but that was thrown way too late.
So you're saying it looked like I need to do something about this?
Yeah, I guess. Still run the football. They haven't been able to stop the run consistently all night, no matter who's back there.
Noble with 8 yards statistically. And so now the Admirals from the 17-yard line. Second down. Handoff to Noble up the middle, and Charlie down to the 11. It's a 6-yard gain for Noble, who now has 40. And Farragut sets up third down and short.
Yeah, 3rd and 1. Just keep leaning on that offensive line. They have gotten better push tonight than they have all year, no doubt about it.
2 of 6 on third down is Farragut tonight. And so the Admirals from the 11. 7:10 to go, third quarter. Loaded pistol. Noah Haig leading Charlie Noble, who's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Coming through for Bearden from the linebacker spot was Justin Chandler. And so from the 11, Farragut loses back to the 13. It's 4th down.
Yeah, it was kind of an all-out blitz. 3rd and 1, Bearden was guaranteeing it was going to be a run by the Admirals, which it was off left tackle. Biggest play of the game, 4th and 3.
Farragut on the season, 7 of 15 on 4th down. 4th down from the 13-yard line. Bearden close to jumping into the neutral zone off the left edge with Logan Lamont, but he was able to stay on his side. So Hobson in the pistol. Hands to Noble up the middle, and I don't think Charlie got there. I think he got back to the 11, and he needed the 10.
Yep, 4th and 3, ran it, got 2, needed 3. Bearden takes over with 6:18 left in the 3rd.
So Bearden drives for a touchdown to open the second half. It looks like Farragut has done likewise, answered them with a touchdown, but holding is the call on a apparent touchdown run by Charlie Noble. So that brings it back, and the Admirals are unable to overcome the penalties and go over on downs as they fail to pick up the 4th on their first attempt at 4th down tonight. And so now Bearden from its 12-yard line leading 21-16 with 6:21 to go in our third quarter, takes back over and pass right side as they look for Ty Harris. He's been targeted frequently tonight. That goes incomplete towards the Farragut bench.
Tried to keep the hitch game going that they've done this quarter and this half, but just a little bit of an errant throw as Glover was right there.
Bearden from its 12, second down and 10. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver right. Got an H-back in the ball game as well for the Bulldogs. Handoff to Parrott, bounces it outside, right side, and he's going to get to the 18-yard line, and flag comes in late.
20-yard flag throw, because I thought there was a block in the back. or a hold.
And the penalty is back close to the line of scrimmage. Looks like about the 13 or 14. The line of scrimmage has been the 12. And now they move it up to the 15.
Block in the back. Yeah, I saw that. Keep your eye on number 5. They have very few playmakers. Make somebody else beat you.
Yep.
Please.
So a 7-yard penalty, half the distance to the goal, stepped off against Bearden. It's the 4th penalty of the night against Bearden for 27 yards. It's second down, and Bearden needs basically the 23-yard line as they scrimmage from the 7.
As they move the ball again, they're just guessing out there.
16 yards to go on second down for Bearden as Thatcher has 2 receivers to each side. Pump fakes, wants to go deep, and lets it go downfield. And it's broken up at the last instant by Farragut's Mason Apolategi. It looked like for a second Paxton Parrott was going to be free down the Bearden sideline, but he had to wait just ever so much for that ball, and that allowed Apolategi to make up a step, and he knocked it away.
I don't think we realized how good a play that was by Apolategi. I think he got his paw in there at the very last second, where that goes for 6. They fake the screen, loop around, of course, to who? Number 5, Paxton Parrott. He was open. Pretty good throw there by the quarterback. Great play by Apolategi.
Bearden on 3rd and 16 here. They are 1 of 6 on 3rd down tonight. Fake to Parrott, and then come back on the other side, and this will be cross to the 20, to the 25, and out to the 29, and Farragut gives up a big 3rd down and long. They go from the 7. They fake to Parrott on the left like the screen, and then got the shallow cross to cross. And from the 7-yard line, they pick up the Hearthside Bank first down at the 30.
Yeah, well executed play again. And the Admiral defense fooled a little bit, and he did something with it after the catch as Bearden trying to hang on to this football.
79 yards on 3 receptions for Grant Cross. Paxton Parrott has 4 catches for 86 yards. They have been the guys doing the damage. Yep. 1st and 10 from the 30 as they'll throw it quickly to Cross, right side. Cross gets north and south and is close to first down yardage as Farragut hangs on to make the tackle with Harrison Smith. But that's going to be a gain of 8 or 9, call it an 8-yard gain to Cross, who's asking to come out of the game.
Yeah, just another hitch route, and you can feel this struggling Bearden offense gaining confidence with 3 touchdowns tonight and 4 coming into the game. They're gaining that confidence they needed.
Second down.
Score remains Bearden 21, Farragut 16.
I don't know that I've ever heard that from public address. 4:35 to go in the 3rd quarter, and you're on
without a scoreboard.
Wait, yeah, you had to. I think it's a good call.
Okay.
Yeah, they can't see anything.
Gotcha.
Get out
Pass down the line, and it's going to be dropped near side. Sean Thomas. Thomas has had a couple in his hands tonight and hasn't been able to hold on to them.
Harrison reacted well. He's a sure tackler. I don't think that was going anywhere regardless, but it is 3rd and 2, and I'm not so sure Bearden wouldn't even think about going for this on 4th down if they had to.
Paxton Parrott checking into the ball game for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, find him.
2 of 7 now on 3rd downs, having overcome 3rd and 16 a moment ago.
Because there's a good chance wherever number 5 goes, the football is going to be there as well.
He's standing off to the right of Aiden Thacker is Paxton Parrott. Try to get Farragut to jump into the neutral zone. The Admirals don't bite on the hard count. Hand off, Parrott, and Farragut stacked it up. Farragut stacked it up at the point of attack, and Jackson Plumley grabbed him from behind and threw back Paxton Parrott for a loss.
Yeah, after losing 2, not going to think about going for 4th and 4. Bearden loses 2 off left guard and going to punt the ball to Farhat. Got to have it.
Tomas Lopez on the ball, onto the field for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he's been impressive.
Farragut muffed one in the first half. That's where the momentum shifted in Bearden's favor. Farragut was leading 16-0 and set to get the ball. Instead, Bearden got it at its 25 and cashed it in for its first touchdown, and the Bulldogs have had things going their way ever since. Snap comes back, and the kick is away. And it's to the opposite side of the field from Farragut's return man. Well done to neutralize Farragut. And at the 25-yard line, it's touchdown by Bearden's Shabay Ramey.
45 yards.
So call it the 26-yard line where Farragut will start.
Incredible rivalry, incredible opportunity, Tyler. Everybody's looking for their first win. Can't ask for anything more, I guess.
I don't think you can. And if I'm the Admirals right now, I'm wanting to just keep mashing the ball down the field. I like that. We have a TV timeout as well. So if we want to run
we got plenty of
spots.
Time,
yeah. 3:29 to go in our third quarter, and Bearden leading 21-16. Farragut led 16-0 at the end of the first quarter. Bearden responded with 14 second quarter points. The Bulldogs got the ball to start the second half, marched 65 yards to take the lead. 9:41 to go in the third quarter when Thacker found Parrott on a little backside pass that went 39 yards to the house. Farragut went over on downs in the red zone, so an empty trip for Farragut, and then it was Bearden from its 12 eventually having to punt. Farragut now with the ball at its 26-yard line. Again, 3:29 to go in our third quarter. That's where we stand with the Admirals trailing Bearden 21-16. Back after this as you listen to Farragut football presented by Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust.
Fantastic customer service, a knowledgeable team, expert craftsmen, and so many 5-star reviews. Hi, I'm Rick Terry with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. My family and I have been serving West Knoxville and Farragut for well over 30 years. If you've never checked us out, please do. Better yet, come see us for yourself. On the corner of Kingston Pike and Campbell Station Road.
I can
Look
take
for
it.
the
I can
topi
take
area
it.
of the big diamond ring. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We want to be your jeweler. A proud sponsor of Farragut football.
So the Admirals will have it 1st and 10 from their 26-yard line. 3 receivers left, single receiver right. As Haskins, Farragut gives to Charlie Noble, running left, and Charlie to the 30, to the 35, to the 40 in front of the Farragut bench. He's spun down at the 42-yard line as the tackle's made across the way by T.J. Edwards, but the Admirals move for a Hearthside Bank first down on the first play of the possession.
Oh, no. Charlie's dinged up, too. Yep. Wow, we're ground game is
Carter Collier checks into the ball game after a 16-yard run by Charlie Noble.
Not that he's not capable. We've seen him many carries this year.
Admirals with their 15th Hearthside Bank first down on that run by Noble. Collier takes the handoff at the 42-yard line, plowing off the left side, gets to the 45, a 3-yard gain on first down. Carter Collier with his first carry of the night. Collier's carried 16 times coming into this ball game for 32 yards. He's a sophomore. He was the starting running back at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, he was.
Second down, 7 yards to go from the 45-yard line of Farragut. Clock rolling, 2.5 minutes to go in our third quarter, and the Admirals trailing Bearden 21-16. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hand it to Collier. Collier off the right side, crosses midfield, gets to the 48-yard line. And then the flag is thrown in after a 7-yard gain by Carter Collier. Let's see if it stands.
Yeah, Collier's athletic, very athletic at the point of attack, and flag comes in from the back, Judge, right at the first down marker where we landed.
Personal foul.
Great call.
Face mask.
Fantastic.
7-yard gain for Carter Collier, and then a 15-yard penalty. So a Hearthside Bank first down by virtue of the penalty. I don't think they quite had it on the run by Collier.
You know how they eye it, Eric. I think they were giving it to us.
All right, well, we'll go with 2 Hearthside Bank first downs on the play then.
Love it.
That's how that works.
They're not measuring that thing. There's no way they were measuring.
From the 33-yard line, Handoff Collier up the middle. Stumbled a bit as he first got the ball, then pops out the other side of the hole down to the 26-yard line. That's going to be a 7-yard gain for the Admirals. And, guys, they're just running it right behind Will Zooks at center and those guards Luca Hoffer and Bryson Bassett.
Like I said, he's got good quickness and real good burst in the hole. Just hold on to that football. Obviously a young back in the game, your third-string guy.
16 yards on 3 carries here as Carter Collier has come in for an injured Charlie Noble.
Ooh.
And it'll be Hobson pulling it and slides down at the 23-yard line. That should be enough for the first down. From the 27 to the 23, move the sticks for a Hearthside Bank first down.
Yeah, pulled it on the read there and slid down, but got just enough for the first down. Minute 30 left in the third.
Farragut again approaching the red zone where they came up empty last time. Hearthside Bank, first down number 17 of the night, as the Admirals will have trips left and a single receiver right. That's receiver to the right's John Haskins. Handoff to Collier up the middle, and Collier bowls his way down to the 18-yard line, where Bearden makes the tackle with Isaiah Idlet. And then you got a Bearden.
One of the big Admirals is cramping there.
So it was Collier.
I think it might be
on the carry from the 23 to the 18.
Perez, maybe? No.
I think it might be Zooks or Bassett, right? It's a 2. I think I saw. I don't know if it's 52 or 62.
It's I believe
Zooks.
it's Zooks. Yeah. Minute 08 left in the third here, Tyler. Need to find a way to punch this one in after haven't scored in a while. You know,
first quarter. We wanted Farragut to get off to a good start. They did just that, but then they went in the tank. And promising looking drive as they tried to answer Bearden's touchdown drive to begin the second half, but ended up over on downs in the red zone.
And it's okay for your broadcast team to get ahead of itself as long as your team doesn't. But, I started talking about 8 or 9 guys for interviews. And, that first touchdown, you talk about a muffed punt and an offense that scored very little. They found a way to score from, 30-something yards out after the muffed punt, and it gave them confidence, which is what we talked about pregame. Give a team like this confidence, and they're like, man, we're pretty good.
Right calf being stretched out by Will Zooks.
He'll be all right.
He pops up. He'll have to leave the game, and so we'll see what adjustments Farragut makes on the offensive line. They list Chase Perez as the backup offensive lineman at center, or I've got him as that, and that's who's coming in. How about that? All right, so Chase Perez, 5'9", 160, will be at center for the Admirals.
Get the snap, right? That's a big key here.
1:08 to go in the third quarter. Second down and 5 for Farragut. Collier flares out of the backfield left side. The snap comes back to Hobson, and he dropped it. And so now Hobson is going down at the 21-yard line. And so the Admirals had moved into the red zone, but now they're back outside the red zone.
Yep, and Zooks comes back in at center. That was absolutely not Chase Perez's fault.
No.
The snap was fine.
Charlie Noble also checking back into the ballgame for the Admirals.
Yep.
Good to see him up and going again.
Yep. All 3 backs have looked good, but Charlie's back in the game.
3-yard loss for the Admirals. And so it's third down and about 8 yards to go from the 21-yard line. Hobson has all day, rolls to his right, and will be hit and pounded at the 22-yard line. Lost a yard on the play.
Man.
They're just letting him stay back there. They're not real worried. They're playing oftentimes coverage. Every once in a while they change things up and bring some pressure, but oftentimes tonight, guys, on third down, they've just dropped in coverage and say, we don't think you can get open. We don't think you can find somebody open.
Right, exactly. That's going to do it for the end of the third quarter. And it's maybe decision time, 21-16. It's going to be 4th and 9.
Third quarter in the books. A good one for the Bearden Bulldogs. Farragut facing 4th down when we return to start the fourth quarter, trailing Bearden 21-16 after the Admirals led 16-14 at halftime. Going all the way back to early in this ball game, the Admirals built a 16-0 first quarter advantage But Bearden swung momentum in the second and carried it over into the third as they scored on the opening drive of the second half. And now the Admirals with the decision to make as they trail by 5, and we head to the fourth quarter. Farragut facing 4th and 9. Ryan McHugh perhaps to be called on when we return. Back with the back with the fourth quarter after these messages as you listen to Farragut Football, presented by Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust.
WFIV 105.3 FM.
Keep you posted.
Farragut, Lenore City. You're listening to West 105. When you go for shrimp straight from the Gulf, wild salmon, and the best clam chowder in the South, the Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market. The Shrimp Dock has fish delivered from the Atlantic, Pacific, and Gulf multiple times per week. Whether it's fish on the grill for 2 or a shrimp boil tailgate party for family and friends, the Shrimp Dock is your home for fresh seafood and shellfish. 3 locations to serve you: Farragut, Bearden, and Alcoa. All locations open at 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday and at 11 a.m. on Sundays. Like us on Facebook for the fish of the week and other weekly specials. The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market.
LCUB Fiber Internet is the ultimate neighborhood connection. Thousands of LCUB Electric customers already enjoy our lightning-fast, symmetrical gig-speed fiber internet, starting at just $69.99 a month. Check availability at lcub.com now.
We move to the fourth quarter in this Battle of West Knoxville, and the Admirals are going to bring on Ryan McHugh to attempt a 39-yard field goal. Farragut down 21-16, looking to cut 3 into that Bearden lead. 3 points off that Bearden lead. Snap comes back from Coleman Parrish. The hold down by Noah Haig, and from 39 yards, it is good. 39-yard field goal as Ryan McHugh now 2 for 3 on the night, and the Admirals do draw closer. They do convert as they had moved into the red zone, but they do have to settle for the field goal. McHugh with the 39er having hit from 47 earlier in the ball game and coming up short from 51. So 11:56 to go in our fourth quarter. Back with the Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff in 30 seconds as you listen to Farragut Football, presented by Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust.
You never think about your garage door until there's a little
Oh no!
Or even the occasional
Now that can be good.
That's why the pros at Precision Garage Door Service are available same day with fully stocked trucks to fix it fast. So we can turn into
oh my, wow.
Precision Garage Door Service, the name you can trust.
Ryan McHugh set for our Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff. 11:56 to go. He just booted through a 39-yarder, his second field goal on the night, drawing the Admirals to within 2 at 21-19, and this kickoff will be into the end zone for a touchback. 4 of 5 on the night. McHugh kickoffs resulting in touchbacks.
Yep, 1 quarter to go against your rival, looking for your first win. Both teams couldn't ask for anything more. Admirals need a big stop as they need to find number 5. Keep him from hurting you.
Nathan Jacobs, I think, is the Admiral in the tent across the way under the KOC canopy. Dinged up earlier. Hate to see that.
Best game of his young career, no doubt about it.
Oh, unbelievable game by the freshman. 152 yards rushing. Farragut, in so many ways, has physically dominated this game, and yet Bearden leads and has the ball up 21-19 as Parrott dances through a hole in the middle. Farragut just can't find him. And he's across the 25 to the 26 before he's pushed back by Apolategi and I think maybe Dinkle.
Parrott had to avoid probably 4 guys dancing in the hole. Got 7 yards somehow.
Doubleday was in his face as soon as he got the handoff, and he just made a nice little move back inside. to get to the next level.
They're going to have to lean on him if they're going to win this game.
54 yards rushing for Paxton Parrott. He's also got 86 yards receiving, so that's 140 yards of total offense. He's also 0 for 3 passing. So Parrott very, very involved tonight. He stands off to the left of Aiden Thacker, the sophomore quarterback, and he'll hand it off to Parrott, running right side.
Thank
just
you.
Mauled as Dinkle was held by Isaiah Idlet, and thankfully the White Hats saw it. I don't know how he couldn't have, but Parrott to the near sideline had ripped off some yardage, but the seal block was
illegal in 47 states. Let's just be honest with ourselves. And Tennessee's one of them. And we're moving back, 2nd and 12. Big penalty there to get Bearden backed up. Dinkle's been active as usual.
So let's see, to the 18, that was the 28, so that means Parrott gets credit for 1 yard, and the team penalized 10. It's 2nd down and 12 to go from the 18-yard line. Cross moves across the formation. He'll be the inside of 2 receivers on the left, and H-back to that side as well. Back to pass Thacker, being pressured by Petoskey. They set up the screen, and Farragut blocked it, knocked it down. Jackson Plumley with his 2nd pass breakup of the season. The Farragut nose guard got his hands up and deflected the screen pass. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
Nice job by Jackson. We've seen a lot of different screens. Jailbreak inside. They love to throw it. And luckily for us, the nose guard gets his paw on it, forces a 3rd and 12, and just as nice, the clock is stopped.
2 of 8 on 3rd down tonight. Bearden 1 of 2 here in the second half. Bulldogs 2 receivers left, 1 right. H-back on the right-hand side, as I think that's probably Parrott, right? No, Parrott's on the left. They'll throw to his direction. They throw downfield. Anderson Glover with the interception to the 34. Glover to the 20. We've got a flag thrown in from behind as Glover gets down to the 13-yard line.
Another flag from 25 yards behind the play.
Anderson Glover with Farragut's first interception of the season. It should stand, I assume.
Yeah, it's
there's going to be some sort of penalty on Farragut for a block after the pick.
Yeah. I assume block in the back that he saw from 25 yards behind Glover.
That or maybe a pillback block.
Yeah, which you can only patty cake those, so.
Anderson Glover, and they wave it off.
Flag.
They wave it off. Anderson Glover has had himself a ball game, folks. 2 touchdown receptions and an interception.
The clock has also been running this entire time.
Can we move the clock back, please?
Well, you got the momentum at the ball at the 15?
Are you going to, I get it. But it's still the rules of football. Let's kind of honor them.
Farragut with its first takeaway of the night.
Now, I am not saying by any imagination that my time is official because I'm keeping it on my cell phone. But I believe there's about 10 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter.
Wow, so that's 55 seconds difference. That could be huge at the end of this game for one of these teams.
Well, I think they're going to reset, and let's hope.
Farragut set up in the red zone following Anderson Glover's interception. Glover, a sophomore.
10:47. Or 10:42. Look at me.
Look at you, Tyler.
It's like I know the rules of football. It's like I know how to read this or something.
Get him on the field.
No, please don't. I do not look good in stripes, and I no.
Well, we're going to get you on the field tonight. We've got to.
15-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Admirals. 2 receivers left. Aaron Heatherly sets up as the H-back on the left side as well, off of Aiden Perez. Hand to Charlie Noble, and he'll be blasted as he tries to hurdle over the line. Hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go, no gain. Liam Powers, I think, was the defender that met him.
Yeah, 10:28 left in this game. Really nice job by Bearden stopping the run there. They haven't done that much at all as they met Charlie off right guard.
Noble's got 56 yards rushing. Carter Collier, 21. Nathan Jacobs, 152.
So Admirals
200. 2nd down and 10 from the 15-yard line. It'll be Hobson pulling it, throwing to Heatherly. Heatherly works behind a block on the far sideline and powers his way down to the 5. That's going to be goal to go, I believe, for the Admirals. Aaron Heatherly, a couple of times tonight, has taken a play that looked like it might not have much in it to gain, and has moved the chains now twice. That's a Hearthside Bank first down.
I've said it a few times. I want to get the big fella more involved. Early on in the season he was. Little play action there. Just give it to the big fella on a little rollout to the right, and he does more with it.
Farragut quickly to the line as they go jumbo. They'll hand it off left side. That's going to be Noah Haig into the end zone for the touchdown. Noah Haig in Farragut's power set scores the touchdown off the left side. And for Noah, that's going to be his second rushing touchdown of the season as he scores from 5 yards out, and the Admirals reclaim the lead.
Yeah, jumbo package has been really efficient when we've gotten there. Give it to Noah Haig, one of your leaders off the left side in the goal line package. He scores. You're up 4. Probably rather be up 6 than 5, so you're going to go for this.
The same look for the Admirals. They hand it off to Charlie Noble, and he will be pulled down in the backfield. How in the world is that not taunting?
I mean, you've got to call that.
Liam Powers makes a nice defensive play, but then stands over Noble and taunts him with an official just as close by, and no call. And so Bearden is able to stop Farragut's first 2-point conversion attempt of the season, and so it'll be the Admirals with the touchdown, now leading by a score of 25-21. Admirals up 25-21 with 9:32 to play. Back with the Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff in 30 seconds as you listen to Farragut football presented by Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust.
This is Leanne for Valley Plumbing. We are a local family-owned plumbing company specializing in water heater repair and replacement, clogged drains, broken pipes, and most importantly, taking care of you, the customer. We service all of West Knoxville, Loudoun, Blount, and Anderson counties. We offer same-day service, and we want to be your first and your last call. Call us at 213-3360, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff through the back of the end zone for a touchback as Ryan McHugh now 5 of 6 tonight. Kickoffs resulting in touchbacks, and so Bearden will scrimmage from its 20-yard line as Farragut has battled back here in the fourth quarter. A field goal to begin the fourth quarter. A 39-yarder by Ryan McHugh, and then in the interception by Anderson Glover gave Farragut the short field at the Bearden 15, and they capitalize on a 5-yard touchdown run by Noah Haig, his second of the season. Now McHugh's kickoff into the end zone, Bearden from its 20-yard line, with the Admirals leading by a score of 25-21. Thacker, left side pass. That's going to be to Parrott, I believe, or is that Cross? One of the two. It's Cross making the catch across the way in front of the Farragut bench, and the Admirals close in with Glover and Doubleday and Harrison Smith.
And Haig was out there as well. Yep.
Call it a gain of 3. So Thacker, 197 yards passing, far and away his biggest night of the year, obviously, as Bearden had precious little offense in its first 4 games. Cross now with 5 catches totaling 90 yards. Second down and 7 from the 23-yard line. High snap, handoff to Parrott.
Oh, Mike!
Parrott on the near side. There's a flag for holding, and Farragut on the corner will have Harrison Smith coming up from his safety position to make the tackle on Parrott. Trailing on the play from behind, Noah Haig helping out as well, and holding against Bearden.
Yeah, the right tackle and right guard have struggled to not hold for the Bearden Bulldogs tonight, as this one's moving back again.
So the line of scrimmage had been the 23. I got a feeling this was at the line or behind. Of course, they no longer step it off more than 10 yards. And they will move it back to, I guess, about the 12 or so, 12 and a half. 10-yard penalty
We talk about the referees a lot. Let's not forget how good they were week 1, right? We bragged on them a ton. They were fantastic. We don't remember them at all. I think there was 3 flags the entire time. Struggled as we thought since then, but.
Well, these have been good calls. I mean, those are legitimate holds. So this is going to be a screen set up to Parrott backside, and Parrott working across the field's got his block. He's to the 20. Farragut stacks him up there as coming up and making the tackles Harrison Smith at the 20. So that's going to be about an 8-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, 3rd and 10. Parrott does what he can there on the screen. Does a really good job. Admiral's able to get him down. Going to force a 3rd and 10 with 7:57 left in this football game.
2 of 9 on 3rd downs tonight are the Bulldogs. Bearden's got the ball on the near side hash, moving left to right in this 4th quarter. 7:50 to play as Bearden breaks the huddle, comes to the line with 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Outside receiver is Cross across the way. Inside receiver of the 3 is Parrott. Keep an eye on him, obviously. 3rd down and 10 as Thacker awaits the snap. Looking, throwing over the middle, and at the 28-yard line, that's going to be short of the 1st down.
Wow.
Catch was made, going across the middle and making the grab, and I can't read the jersey
15?
number.
It's a hard number to know, huh? 15 or 19?
Packers pass complete for a gain of 8.
Gain of 8 on the play.
I was hoping that the PA announcer would know who it was.
That was an incredible catch, though, in traffic. 4th and 2. Thought they might go for this, Eric. They're going to supposedly punt the football.
It's 4th down.
That may be 19?
Those numbers are ridiculous. I think it's Marquise Moody. That doesn't look like a 19 at all, but I think that's who it is.
And there's a flag for delay game.
Well, that helps. You wonder about Bearden in this position. Yep. Obviously, they're into the field.
Against the Bulldogs.
In a close game, you don't want to take unnecessary risks. However, you'll take that 5-yard penalty and feel a little bit safer that they're actually going to punt this ball away. And Tomas Lopez has done a great job tonight punting. The long snap comes back from Seth Henry. Farragut's Dinkle almost got it. Wobbly kick takes a huge Bearden. Wow. Holy cow. That kicks downfield in favor of Bearden and will be downed at the 20. Wow. That's going to be about 60 or so yards on the punt.
I don't think they were going to let Farragut touch that football regardless in this situation. Of 4 with 6:31 left, already muffed one. Being a left-footed punter can sometimes throw you off a little bit, and I think that had something to do with it earlier.
Yep.
And he's a good punter, and so I think he made the right decision. Admiral's got to play 4-minute offense, just kind of move the chain so you can try to ice us.
Farragut with 9 points in this 4th quarter. Entered the 4th trailing 21-16. They're up currently 25-21. 6:31 to play. Handoff, Charlie Noble coming left. Noble to the 25 and out to the 27, where making the tackle, well, helping out will be Liam Powers. Let's see if he taunts anybody on this one.
No, he was pretty reserved, down 4. But gain of 7 there by Charlie. Nice run off left tackle. Big guys are still blocking well.
Noble with 63 yards rushing. .236 yards rushing on the night for Farragut. Play clock at 10. Corbin Hobson pointing out the linebackers for the O-line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Pistol formation, hand to Noble. And Noble will be tackled. Stopped by Chandler. And coming off the edge, Edwards may have slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah, they brought pressure knowing it was going to be a run, and limited doing there for Charlie. Going to force a long, solid 3rd and 3.
We'll say no gain. So 3rd down for the Admirals, and Farragut is just 2 of 8 on 3rd down tonight. From the 27-yard line, play clock is at 10. Heatherly, the H-back to the left side. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Noble up the middle, and fought through the tackle and made it to the 31-yard line. Little Charlie Noble squirts out the other side of the hall, 4-yard gain and moved the chains. That's another instance there, Brett, where maybe he gets lost a little bit.
Yeah.
Ducks down even lower. They can't find him, and Noble with a big third down conversion run, a Hearthside Bank first down.
I really think all three backs have ran the ball really hard. I know Nathan Jacobs had a career night, but all three backs really did a good job, and Charlie, diminutive stature, found his way through the trees for a big first down.
Hearthside Bank, number 19 of the night. Hearthside Bank in Farragut, located south of Kingston Pike and east of Concord Road. Handoff Noble up the middle, 35-40. Big hole in the middle, and Charlie liked the way he's protecting the football as well. He's fumbled the ball a couple of times this year. That's cost him some carries. That's why the coaches have gone with Nathan Jacobs in some instances. But Charlie looks to be protecting the ball well and picks up 9 yards, giving him 76 on the night. Second down, 1 yard to go from the 40-yard line as the ball is in the middle of the field. And the clock is under 4 minutes now, 3:50 to play.
Eric, or where are we at Bearden timeout-wise? Are they at 2 or 3 maybe?
I don't believe anybody's used a timeout in the second half.
I feel like it, yeah.
So Admirals with a couple of H-backs off the right side, Noah Haig being one of them. They run Noble behind that, and that picks up first down yardage from the 40-yard line to the 43-yard line. A 3-yard gain, another Hearthside Bank. First down.
Yeah, and Noble running the ball hard. They're going to go with Collier here to give Charlie a blow, and Bearden's going to have to start using their timeouts with 3:18 left in this football game.
Aiden Perez, Luca Hoffer, Will Zooks, Bryson Bassett, Connor Frankwitz have done a nice job up front tonight for the Admirals. Again, Farragut's right about 250 yards rushing as they try to eat up clock here at the end of the game. Lean on the big uglies up front, and Carter Collier, as Brett said, gets his chance now in the offensive backfield. 4 carries on the night for 21 yards for the sophomore. Hands off and trying to spin away from the defender, could not, lost his footing and went down as the tackle is made by Liam Powers.
Yeah, good pressure there in the backfield from Powers. Almost got him around the neck as it's 2nd and 14 after a loss of 4.
So 23 seconds on the play clock, and Bearden's going to use a timeout, right? Or what? What do we have here? Surely to goodness Farragut didn't use a timeout.
It came, the referee from...
Here we go. Let's see. Indication. Bearden. There we go. I was about to say, no way.
That's the first timeout with 2 timeouts remaining.
So Bearden let a few seconds tick off before they decided to call the timeout, but there was still quite a bit left on the play clock. That's why you knew there's no way Farragut, if they wanted to talk things over, was going to use a timeout anything short of 1 second left on the play clock. And after a bit of a delay, there was the indication that it's Bearden with 2 timeouts remaining now as Farragut faces 2nd down and 14 from its 39-yard line.
And they did put 7 seconds back on, so they're going to say he called it right away.
Farragut led 16-0 in the first quarter. Bearden rallied with 14 in the second. The Bulldogs took the lead on the opening drive of the third quarter. Touchdown drive that put them up 21-16. Farragut draws closer with a field goal on the first play of the fourth quarter. Ryan McHugh's second of the night, making it 21-19. Then a touchdown by Noah Haig gave Farragut the lead back. 25-21, failed 2-point conversion try for the Admirals. That's where we stand. 25-21 as Farragut 2nd down and 14, return to the field. Again with Noah Haig and Aaron Heatherly stacked off the left side. They run Carter Collier that way, and Collier crosses the 45-yard line to the 46. Bearden makes the tackle with Parrott, I believe, and Admirals have kind of policed their own a couple of times downfield, I've seen with the offensive linemen. So there's some emotions out there for sure as the Admirals gain 6 from Carter Collier and another timeout used by Bearden, their second, so 1 remaining.
Yeah, Powers and Chandler are very active for the Bulldogs with their play and their mouth, so you have to kind of stay calm at times.
Timeout on the field as we think about our post-game show coming up, where we will have a look at all of the scoring plays, team and individual stats, scores from around East Tennessee as we hit the midpoint of the 2025 season. And we'll also select our Blair House Antiques player or players of the game. Let's see. Farragut got coming up. They've got a freshman and a JV game scheduled here at Bearden for Monday. Freshman at 6, JV at 7:30. This past week, it was a combined game against Maryville. Farragut fell 21-7 in that JV game. Third down, 8 yards to go for Farragut. The Admirals 3 of 9 on third down. Picked up their last one. 2:28 to play. Ball in the middle of the field. Hand off to Collier. Through a hole. He's got first down yardage and they fumbled the football. I think Farragut got much on it. I think they say he was down. They say he was down at the 47-yard line of Bearden, and that'll be first down yardage. A 9-yard gain for Carter Collier. They say he was down. The Admirals somehow recovered what I thought was a fumble.
Yeah, he gets the first down, and I don't think his knee was down, but they said it was. But luckily, the big fella, Bryson Bassett, recovers it regardless.
A third down conversion, a Hearthside Bank first down, number 21 of the night. I'm sorry.
Is this 4th and 3 inches?
Wow.
Are they not going to at least measure this?
Okay, I had already circled it because of where I thought Collier had gotten.
First down. Okay, first down. Okay, now he's going to signal. It's showing 4th and 4 inches, but then they eyeball it, of course, and said it looks good.
Okay, so that was just the chain gang across the way, the Bearden chain gang, trying to the power of suggestion.
Yeah, exactly. Fourth. You sure it's not 4th down?
So, 1st and 10 for the Admirals on the run by Collier. Lost it on the tail end, but ruled that his knee was down. And Bearden's got Logan Lamont limping to the sideline. He's got a calf cramping up. First and 10, and Bearden has only one timeout remaining. So what we saw and feared at the tail end of that play is what cannot happen for the Admirals. At this point, you can pretty well bleed the clock. Bearden's going to use a timeout.
One remaining.
And I'm not sure, what do we have here? The officials are all making notes.
They may be just making sure that, I don't know.
Maybe notating timeouts.
I was hopefully thinking that, but there's a lot of writing going on. But there's no flags on the field, so they wouldn't be documenting any type of.
Yeah, everybody had their pad out, and there's not the red hat indicating that we're in a TV timeout. So I didn't see an indication that why would Bearden?
You had the injury timeout. The clock would have been stopped until the ball was spotted, I assume.
Right. Maybe Bearden just used its last time out. I don't know. Bearden may be out of timeouts. They may have one left. Whatever the case, Farragut's got it first down and 10 at the 47-yard line. Good folks here at Bearden did bring in a makeshift scoreboard, or at least a clock. So we've had that at our disposal tonight. So that's great because the scoreboard, the proper scoreboard, not working at all tonight. No power. First and 10 from the 47, handoff to Charlie Noble back in the ball game. He got to the 45 and then was bent back awkwardly. Parrott on the tackle from his linebacker position. Also in on the tackle was Shibay Ramey. Gain of 2 for Charlie Noble. Wind that clock as it moves under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, don't know if they have one left or not, but not going to use it regardless. 1:55 left in this football game.
Play clock at 20. Farragut took over at its 20-yard line following a Bearden punt. So now the Admirals from the 45-yard line of Bearden. Low snap. Hobson gives off to Noble, and he's going to be swallowed up in the backfield. That play had no chance. Parrott was there again to make the play from his linebacker spot for Bearden. After the timing was thrown off, but Hobson at least held on to the ball, got it to Noble, and the Admirals lose 2. That'll bring you 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, just doing a quick math. Like I said, we talked last week about Tyler's C- in algebra, but should be able to get this down pretty low here.
15 seconds on the clock. That should take it down to about 51 if you wait to snap it to the last second. 3rd down and 10 here for Farragut. The Admirals have picked up their last 2. Heavy set to the right. They snapped it early. Give to Noble up the middle, and Charlie to the 41-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 6 yards and bring up 4th down and about 3 or 4.
So I think you've got an injured Bearden Bulldog.
It'll be 4th down and 4 yards to go.
40 seconds to play.
Well, now they've got to reset this, right? So the injury happened, but there's no timeouts left for Bearden.
Yeah, they'll wind it as soon as the player leaves the field, and so.
But they're going to wind it back at 40, right? So that just hurt. I believe that just hurt them for 6 or 7 seconds. There was going to be a 7-second difference, and now I don't know that there will be.
If, again, I'm not clear whether Bearden's got a timeout left or not.
I would say not.
They would have used it.
Yeah, I don't think they do. And so there's the 40-second play clock, and there's exactly 40 seconds right now showing on the game clock. So once this injured Bulldog is helped from the field, they wind the clock. The Admirals should not have to snap this football on 4th down.
That's what I'm saying. I think this injury cost 7 seconds.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to – and we may have just snapped it and tried to throw it deep, out of the end zone. But I think we may not even have to snap.
The Admirals with a 4th quarter rally after Bearden rallied from an early 16-0 deficit. This has been, for a couple of winless teams, this has been a classic.
Yeah, it's been passionate for sure. Not been perfect, and it's not been necessarily pretty.
Exactly.
But it's been, a classic in this rivalry.
It's been competitive. It's been back and forth. It's been entertaining, a little nerve-wracking. And so Farragut heads out.
So I believe they're going to
wind the clock.
Now. Okay.
They're synced up. They're synced up. Farragut won't have to snap this football.
All right, we should be, I think we should be good here. That injury was not helpful for Bearden at all to force a 4th down snap.
In this 67th all-time meeting, the Admirals are going to escape victorious. The all-time series now going to 43-24. These teams have played every year since 1974, uninterrupted. Farragut now will have won 42 of the 56 in those matchups, as the Admirals, seeing the final seconds tick away, win their first game of the year, and it's a huge region win over arch rival Bearden. Hard-fought ball game, which the Admirals win by a final of 25-21. Bearden drops to 0-5 on the season, and Farragut now 1-5 on the season. The Bulldogs 0-3 in region play. Farragut 1-2. You look ahead for Bearden, and they will be at Oak Ridge next Friday night. Meanwhile, Farragut will return home and will host the Hawks of Hardin Valley. Great hard-fought game between longtime rivals, and Farragut is a fired-up bunch as they head towards the end zone down to our right to celebrate their first win of the season. Anderson Glover, I see, is going to be corralled by the TV crew. We'll have our post-game show coming up here at Bill Young Field, Bearden High School, as the Admirals, with the win, we'll get our post-game show here started momentarily. We'll have a look at the scoring plays, individual and team stats. We'll select our Blair House Antique player or players of the game, and Tyler is heading down towards the sideline.
A lot of Admirals.
And he's going to have some victorious Admirals to talk to. So Farragut wins it 25-21. Great high school football game. Great crowd on hand as always for these two neighboring schools. Let's get a 3-minute break. We'll return with a post-game show on the other side as you listen to Farragut High School football presented by Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust.
Looking for a mortgage that fits your needs? At Hearthside Bank, we offer a variety of mortgage solutions to help you get into your dream home. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or refinancing, our team is here to guide you every step of the way. With competitive rates, personalized service, and flexible terms, we have the right mortgage for you. Visit us today and let's make your homeownership dreams a reality. Hearthside Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Leanne for Valley Plumbing. We are a local family-owned plumbing company specializing in water heater repair and replacement, clogged drains, broken pipes, and most importantly, taking care of you, the customer. We service all of West Knoxville, Loudoun, Blount, and Anderson counties. We offer same-day service, and we want to be your first and your last call. Call us at 213-3360, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
Whether you're cheering on the home team or building your dream home, David's Abbey Carpet and Floors has you covered. From engineered hardwood to luxury vinyl, elegant porcelain to natural stone, David's has the winning design for every room and the championship team ready to help you score the perfect floor. Locally owned and proud to serve our communities from locations in Farragut, Maryville, and Pigeon Forge. Visit David's Abbey Carpet and Floors in-store or online today, where the Admirals shop for floors.
Looking for a fast quote? How about the right quote? We here at the Mike Dyer Agency can deliver both to help you with your insurance needs. Call us today at 865-966-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at MikeDyerInsuranceAgency.com. And remember, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Fantastic customer service, a knowledgeable team, expert craftsmen, and so many 5-star reviews. Hi, I'm Rick Terry with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. My family and I have been serving West Knoxville and Farragut for well over 30 years. If you've never checked us out, please do. Better yet, come see us for yourself. On the corner of Kingston Pike and Campbell Station Road, look for the topiary of the Big Diamond Ring. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler. A proud sponsor of Farragut football.
If you're an LCUB electric customer, it's time to upgrade. LCUB is connecting new neighborhoods every month with gig speed fiber internet starting at $69.99 a month, Wi-Fi included. Check your availability now at lcub.com.
Hi, this is John Blair from Blair House. This time of year is filled with birthdays and anniversaries that call for gifting that is both personal and unique. At Blair House, we offer a wide variety of jewelry, chandeliers, and other unique and hard-to-find gifts for when the gift must be perfect. Blair House, your time-tested connection to the treasures of the past. Blair House, 210 North Forest Park Boulevard in Bearden.
Follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Blair House Antiques, Knoxville.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
You're listening to West 105.
Welcome into our post-game show from Bearden's Bill Young Field, where the Admirals tonight win the Battle of West Knoxville 25-21. Farragut with the victory. It's first of the year now, 1-5, 1-2 in region play, while Bearden drops to 0-5 and 0-3 in region play. Tyler is down among the sea of humanity somewhere, and we'll be talking to some victorious Admirals. And let's see. We're gonna. Okay, I got Tyler. I see where he's at there. He's gonna have maybe Brooker. Tyler's down around the 30-yard line on the Farragut sideline there. If we can just kind of keep an eye on him, so that if he ends up with any players will know that. Let's see. Admirals with a great start. Mason Apolategi returns the opening kickoff of tonight's ball game to midfield. And 2 plays later, the Admirals are in the end zone. An 18-yard touchdown pass from Corbin Hobson to Anderson Glover. And looks like Tyler might have himself Luke Dinkle's in the neighborhood. Owen Petoskey's in the neighborhood. Some offensive linemen in the neighborhood. And so Tyler.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I just want to make sure that you're ready.
I'm trying to
go.
grab as many people as I can. There's a lot of excitement going on around me right now.
I understand, and I'm.
You know what? We're just going to start because I've got some standing here. If that's cool with you guys.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I'm probably going to throw up to you some, so you can throw me some numbers because I'm going to talk to a lot of guys that don't get a lot of love. I'm going to start with Connor, and I'm going to butcher this. Frequence. All right, Connor Frequence standing here with me tonight. Eric. Over 250 yards rushing, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even close to 300 tonight for the Admirals on the offense?
Yeah, 268.
268 offensive yards rushing tonight.
Yes,
senior offensive lineman Carter Franklin with that kind of stat line in this type of game.
Yes,
what's that mean to you guys coming out here tonight as offensive unit?
I mean, it means everything. We haven't been rolling on offense all year. This is just a huge leap to what's going to come later in the year.
I mean, you look at it tonight, and it wasn't just one running back. It wasn't just one. Like, you guys, no matter who was in the backfield, you probably could have put me or Brett back there in the backfield and made some holes tonight. What was y'all's scheme going into tonight? Because there was running lanes that were a mile long.
Just pound the ball. That's all we live by, pound the ball every play.
And, of course, you look at it, and I see I've also got Owen standing over here, and I know that there is a I don't want to say a rivalry, but there's healthy competition between Coach Doucette and Coach Doucette, and that they spread that to you guys as well in practice and everything else. What's it like for you guys knowing that you're one unit, but when Monday through Thursday, you guys are trying to get the best out of each other?
Yes, sir. Owen's a great teammate. I mean, we give each other hell all week, just preparing for games like this.
And what does it mean to come out here tonight? It's been a struggle all year long for you guys, but it has to feel good making sure that you got your first win against that team across the field.
We just knew we had to be the rival, region rival. We had nothing to lose. We had everything to lose, but nothing to lose.
That makes you very dangerous. Congratulations. You've got a fan club standing out here. I want to let you go celebrate. Okay, we're just going to take whoever comes up next. He's bigger than me. I can't say no. Luca Hoffer joining us here tonight. A lot of the same questions going to be for all of you guys on the front line. 268 rushing yards, you said? Sorry.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
268 yards rushing.
Is this on the radio?
Yes, and
hey,
YouTube.
Shout out Nana Papa Bear.
We're giving shout-outs from the crowd, and what's it like tonight knowing that, region win, first win of the season, a win over them, 260, and a dominant performance rushing the ball?
It's pretty fun.
Pretty fun. Come on now. Like, you can tell me, like, if you threw for 300 yards tonight, would you be as happy as running for 300?
Of course not.
Of course not. And not to mention you did it with a freshman running back. You did it with a sophomore running back. You did it with a senior running back. As I said earlier, you could have put just about anyone back there and run the ball. Was that your mentality tonight, that no matter what, we're going to open holes?
We actually had a junior running back, but he couldn't make it tonight. We were trying to get all 4 classes in, but it just didn't work out that way.
Okay, I like that. See, now we're loosening up. Now we're having fun. That's what I'm talking about. What does this mean, and how does this translate for you guys moving forward for the next couple of weeks? It's all region ball games. It's all competitive. It's all, for lack of a better term, sort of rivalry, because I know you've got Oak Ridge coming up. Yeah. You've got Hardin Valley. There's that one trip to Cookeville, but there's a lot of things that are still in there, and a lot of these games are region opponents, but there's some old rivalries in there as well.
I think we've had a tough losing streak so far, but I would just love to carry this momentum into next week and just keep on rolling. Keep dominating the ball on the run game and improve the passing game as well.
And, of course, as we look forward, like right now, you look at the way the region standings are going on there, right there. There's 3 or 4 teams fighting for that last spot in there right now. And right now, you guys just took a step ahead. That's got to be at the forefront of your mind as well.
Yeah, of course. We're just looking to really our focus right now is our region games. Our coach made that a big point this week. Our next 5 ball games 4 of them are region games. So we're looking to lock in and keep pushing forward.
Luca, thank you very much. You've got a fan club going on over here as well. I'm going to let you you guys are going to fight amongst yourself who comes up next. I'm not getting in the middle of this. I'm too old to do that nowadays. If it was 20 years ago, I'd say let's go have at it. But Will Zooks, a lot of the same things tonight. You guys came out, and it was like you had a chip on your shoulder. You guys had a completely different attitude. It didn't matter who they put across from you tonight, what kind of stunts they were doing. Talk about the preparation. Talk about what the offensive line game plan was tonight.
Yeah, I mean, just going through all throughout the week, just going through practices, big emphasis on this rivalry. This has just been something over the past, 50 years plus, and, this just meant a lot of us to carry momentum and, us as seniors to finally get our first win of the season.
And of course, you guys talk about it, and like, I didn't play in Knox County. I played in another county. What does this rivalry mean between the two programs? Like, I know that it's right down the road from each other. I know that it's the original West Knoxville rivalry. Like, is it still like? Is this something that you're going to see them, whether it's on Instagram, the Snapbook, whatever y'all want to call it on? Are y'all bumping into each other in public? Like, what does this mean for you guys?
This just means a lot. It was, very intense rival, a lot of smack talk. This just means, we are the team of West Knoxville, and, no one can come up to us from that.
And, of course, also I saw, like, a couple times tonight, different times you guys were downfield, you were driving blocks, you were getting to the next level, and and it wasn't just getting there and I made my block. No, you guys were locking on and driving. Like, what went into that this week? Like, what did you eat for breakfast this morning?
I wake up and I piss excellence every morning.
That was definitely a Ricky Bobby quote, really. Okay. Y'all can still watch Ricky Bobby. I'm impressed. So, like, also,
how about this, Tyler? How about 3-4 minutes to go? Farragut takes over the ball at the end of the game. What's the offensive line saying to one another about being able to run out the clock?
Okay, good point, Eric. You guys got the ball with like 4 minutes left to go. Yeah. You guys probably had some sort of conversation knowing you're about to get the ball. What's being said in the huddle, and what is it saying? There had to be, hey, if you put the ball in the air, we're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, we just, instantly going into the huddle, we knew that we just had to run that ball, get first downs. Me being the center, I thought I was going to fail on every snap, and, that's really nerve-wracking. But, I was just out there with, 4 of my, best friends out there and just playing football, man.
I love it when linemen say that. Like, I feel like that's a part of the game that's missing. The fact that you said 4 of your best friends are around you at all times in that line. Is that this way this group is everywhere you all go?
Yeah, man. With losses, it gets hard to kind of stay as a team, just kind of stay together. And there's been a lot of controversy throughout, the weeks just between the line. But, this week, it being a huge rivalry, really came together, and we knew that we had to come out on top.
Thank you very much, sir. You go join this family. Thank you, guys. We're also going to be joined now by Bryson Bassett. And if I'm not mistaken, you may be the savior of the game tonight, because if I'm not mistaken, when the ball was on the ground, you made sure that 52 came up with it. Let's talk about that right there.
Yeah, so I saw the ball come out, and I heard the whistle blow, but I just knew I had to get on the ball. Like, something different just came out. I was like, I got to get on the ball.
You never leave it to a man in stripes to make a call, by the way. I'm sure you've heard that before, right?
With this crew, no.
You can go to TWSAA.org if you're interested in wanting to become a licensed official for the state of Tennessee. We're doing it for the children. That's what we're really doing this for. And so I know that it's sort of been harped in the ground, but I brought you 5 over here tonight because the mentality, the physicality up front was completely different, I felt like, with you guys. Was it a personal challenge for each and every one of you to come out and sort of say, man, we're all in this together? I did not realize how close y'all were. And do y'all all sit at the same lunch table?
We actually have different lunches, unfortunately, but yeah, I mean, we're all super close friends. We hang out every weekend with each other. We're all super close. We got a really good bond, so that really helps us on the field. That really translates, I feel like.
As I said tonight, you guys were not only just winning the line of scrimmage, you were winning at the second level. What kind of things did y'all do during the week to where it's like, okay, this is what we're going to do? We're going to just – was it just all physical, all mental? What was it this week?
Yeah, at practice, we were just a lot more physical in the film room. We were really prepared this week. Coach Patty did a great job preparing us for this, so I'm really happy about just everything.
Well, you and Coach Doucette you guys and Coach Doucette definitely get the head up this week, so go have it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. See, they're sending me down here now, and I had notes.
Luke Dinkle.
Luke Dinkle is here with me tonight, and I had notes, and I had ideas of what I was going to talk about. And then for some reason, I thought, hey, everyone's just going to be lined up nice and orderly. And then I get down here finally, and it's like New Year's Eve in Times Square all of a sudden.
Tyler, Luke had the hit that knocked the quarterback from the game early on.
You did have the hit that sort of changed it in the first half when they had to sort of abandon their quarterback play and go sort of wildcat. And not to mention, you have been a spark plug for this defense all year long. Talk about your role at that outside linebacker position and what it is that you bring to the table for the team.
So I gained the starting position week 2. Actually coming into fall ball, I switched from D lineman to outside linebacker. So it was kind of a new position, but I like to improvise, improvise and overcome.
Do you prefer, okay, I'm just going to be honest, and you can tell me the truth here. Do you prefer putting your hand down on the ground as a defensive lineman, or do you like playing in space?
If I had the size, I think I'd rather be a D lineman, but
that's obviously the right answer, of course. Yeah, I know. Especially when you've seen what we've been surrounded by all night, right? Okay. So, talk about, you moved to outside linebacker in the fall. What's that been like? Because if you haven't noticed, there's a long tradition of playing linebacker for Farragut and wearing – Brett, my co-host up there, is going to also point out that the number that you're wearing also bears the huge significance to the fans of Farragut and wearing that number at that position. Talk about, what is it like preparing every week knowing that's part of who you are now?
I like to take it and, help my teammates, encourage them. I've heard you guys, maybe leader of the defense. Maybe.
You cannot actually say, you cannot hold anything I say liable on the air, by the way.
But yeah, no. I mean, it's definitely an interesting experience. Something I'm not really used to. So it's interesting coming into it.
Okay, one last question. I will let you go. You can choose one other member of your defense, and you guys are going to take on the zombie apocalypse. Who are you going to take?
It's got to be my pair outside linebacker, Noah Haig. We're together. Brothers. We're just brothers, so I choose him.
Okay, I heard that, and I'm a little shocked at your answer, honestly, just a little bit. Not that I don't think Noah could do that, but I was expecting Connor for some reason. I don't know why. I was expecting Connor to be the number 1 pick.
I can see that, yeah. I can see that.
Having my limited interactions with Connor in the past, it seems like he would go very well in a zombie apocalypse. Okay, what coach do you take with you?
Ooh. You know what?
They're not going to hear this either.
He may be old, but I'm taking Coach Doucette.
Yeah.
They're nodding in agreement up top with you guys right now.
You can't underestimate the man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's.
I'm not going to. No. If you said anyone other than him, I can't help you. Sorry. Yeah. So congratulations, Luke. We'll see you next week. Thank you. All right, guys, come on, keep on coming. We'll keep going right here. We're also now joined, Aiden Perez, offensive tackle, and. Going to sort of throw some of the same things at you tonight. You guys dominated line of scrimmage. How good does that feel knowing what y'all did out here tonight?
I mean, it's such a relief. We've been dealing with a lot of injuries. This is the first time our whole starting O-lines played together since the preseason, so it's nice to have everyone back, be able to be physical and just dominate the football game like that.
And it's happening right now at a very good time. You guys are getting ready to hit a very vital stretch of the schedule. It seems like the team itself has gotten a little bit healthier. I know that tonight the defense definitely was a little bit healthier. You got some big names back from 2 weeks ago. Where's this team's mind and focus at, and how are y'all bonding together?
I mean, we just take it on a week-to-week basis. Like, every week is just moving on to the next region game. Every one of these games means something to us, and we just got to win all of them.
Of course, you look at it, you've got Hardin Valley, you've got Oak Ridge, Cookeville. I'm trying to remember the other. Cleveland. Okay. Yeah. So, you guys really are, for lack of a better terms, in charge of your own destiny right now. Does that add pressure, or does it say, you know what, I'm going to bet on us?
That's just the way that we want it. I mean, we wouldn't want any other thing to happen. We want to be the ones that are out there dominating the games and making sure that we're in the playoffs.
Okay, I'm going to throw you the same zombie apocalypse question. What offensive lineman are you taking with you against the zombie apocalypse?
I'm taking Luca Hofer in the zombie apocalypse.
Okay, we're back. We apologize.
You're back.
Tyler was interviewing Aiden Perez, and they cut the power on us here, and apparently we didn't have enough battery power in our mixer to be able to stay on at least up here. Unfortunately, Tyler on a wireless, we were going to lose power to that when they cut it. But appreciate Tyler going down, talking to a bunch of victorious Admirals tonight, as he had the entire offensive line out there. And obviously Aiden Perez, Luca Hoffer, Will Zooks, Bryson Bassett, and Connor Frankwitz, and as well as
Luca Hoffer.
Yeah, I had a Hoffer. I think I mentioned him and Luke Dinkle as well.